people. Better people. Oh, baby. Better people. Engines roaring life in the fast lane. PHG weaving name, tearing up the game. Thunder on the track, speed never go lack. Pushing limits, breaking barriers, ain't looking back. Oh, tires screaming as we take that turn. Fuel and fire in our hearts we burn. Opponents in the mirror, they can't keep up. Keep the throttle down, never wanna let up. Great racers, yeah, better people. Rising like a phoenix, ain't no sequel. PHG, baby, we rule the steeple. Great racers, better people. Team strong, bonds like no other. Brother, sisters, ain't no undercover. Victory sweet, but honor even sweeter. Every race together makes the fight deeper. Crowds chant as the lights go green. Adrenaline rush, it's a traveler's dream. Might stumble, fall, but we rise again. For the better of PHG flies our friend. Great racers, yeah, better people. Rising like a phoenix, ain't no sequel. PHG, baby, we rule the steeple. Great racers, better people. Great racers, yeah, better people. Rising like a phoenix, ain't no sequel. PHG, baby, we rule the steeple. Great racers, better people. Good racers, better people. Good racers, better people. Great racers, better people. Crowds chant as the lights go green. Adrenaline rush, it's a traveler's dream. Might stumble, fall, but we rise again. For the banner of PHG flies our friend. Great racers, yeah, better people. Rising like a phoenix, ain't no sequel. PHG, baby, we rule the steeple. Great racers, better people. Better people. Oh, baby. Better people.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another day of qualifying for the Gran Turismo PHG World Series. I'm joined in the booth today by my friends Slow-Mo and Mr. Casual. Say hi, guys.
Well, good
Hey,
evening.
everybody.
Hope everyone's doing all right.
Of course, we had to go at the same time. Hope everybody's having a good night. Should be a fun night of quality tonight.
Yep, we are
Get your
here.
umbrella.
Yeah, we are here at Spa, and as with the other qualifiers, it is constantly raining. So this is a full rain qualifier. When we get to race day, it will be different. It will start off dry, become wet, and then go dry again. So driver's going to have to adapt to it. But we've got the lobby up. Shaggy's got it going. I know he is grabbing a bite to eat. But as people are ready to get in and get their qualifier underway, go ahead and get in the lobby. This is the final night of qualifying before the races on Friday and Saturday. What do you guys think about this one? Slow-mo, what are you looking forward to?
You know, I like Spa. It's not somewhere I'm as competitive as I'd like to be. There's a lot of work I have to be done there. But, man, the track itself is fun. It always brings out good racing. Plenty of places to get moves done on people. So, in the qualifying, get your galoshes, get your umbrella. It's a wet one out there. So it's really an awesome challenge of, the driver's car control and, just their track knowledge to make sure where they need to be cautious and where they can get after it. So it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. How about you, Mr. Casual? What's on your mind at the beginning of this qualifier?
Well, quick note is I know T-Case will be joining us after he does his official run, but that aside, looking to see. I mean, obviously we know the fastest drivers will probably be maybe mid to high 34 or maybe in 35s. I'm curious about what the mid pack can do. It's like those that are kind of like in between, that are casuals, kind of like myself, wink wink, and those that have that try hard streak in them and actually put in the effort. I'm curious to see what sort of times they can do, but also curious to see if anyone tries using the wet line, if you will, where you're braking off the typical racing line, because if you try to brake in your normal area, you extend your braking zone. So I'm curious if anyone else is cognizant of that.
Yeah, that was a big topic of conversation during the qualifying yesterday, with them talking about people needing to, in the full wets, try to run off of the racing line. That it kind of goes against your common sense or your intuition that you typically want to hit the apexes and take the fastest line around the track, but the fastest line around the track isn't normal. So should be an interesting one to see what people do, what they adapt to. I mean, it's obviously going to be quite a bit different, like we said, in qualifying versus when in the actual race. And somebody was asking in chat if the weather is scripted. It is. So the rain that we have for qualifying is expected. And if you go to, we do have a link pinned in the chat. If you go to the website, we've got all the settings for this particular race and the qualifying settings posted there, so you can see what the drivers are, essentially going to be expecting when it does become race day. Looks like we've got 4 people in right off the bat, ready to do some qualifying.
Yeah, it seems
Looks
so.
like they were trying to get a number of the Porsches all in at the same time. So Turbo, Speedburner, and T-Case, all 3 of the remaining Porsches in the league, going to try to do some teamwork.
I wonder if there's been some team practice for Team Porsche.
There has been. T-Case had mentioned that they were trying to coordinate this. And not a bad idea. I know Team Corvette is kind of doing the same thing. I think we've had one qualifier already. 1 or 2 already. But the remaining guys that plan on going for this round, I believe, are going to try to get in at the same time.
Yeah, Turbo was watching me when I was streaming earlier today, and he was mentioning about that they were all going to try to do it at the same time. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
It looks like we are going to be off and running for the first session of the day already.
Okay.
Here at the 24-hour layout, it uses the really long pit exit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it was, I still remember when they classified this layout as a new track. I was like, okay now. I was like, chill.
I suppose in the game that's probably the only way to have it I mean, I suppose it's a different configuration, so every configuration is considered a different track.
Yeah, it was just ironic since the only new thing about this layout is just a pit lane exit.
Right. Let's see. Well, let's run through these liveries really quick, as we normally do. Speedburner, looking real nice. Got Texas in the back. PHG A-Team, even got T-Case on the back there. Very nice.
Love to see it. Ah.
Turbos here. Looks like they're going with the, like, put the flag on the hood theme. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Alright. Got good old fruit stripe.
T-Case in his typical T-Case style that we've all come to expect. I do like how he's got the, Geordie look on the back, where he lines up his image with the rear taillights. Got that LeVar Burton Geordie from Star Trek look going for him. And then the lone Nissan in this one, metal.
So it is. TR. Okay.
You know, T-Case's car almost has like a Fast and Furious Supra kind of vibe there.
Oh yeah.
It is that bright orange, definitely. Yeah, we'll see just how much these three Porsches actually end up staying bunched up. We know in qualifying we want to give each other room, but if they have similar pace, there's certainly plenty of spots on this track where, slipstream could help, give you just a slight advantage. But if you end up catching up and end up going slow through the turns, that can negate that. So it'll be interesting to see how well these guys play together.
Yeah, I think the Porsche will probably end up being better in the wet than the dry. Because it's not the worst top-end car, but it's not as strong suit.
Yeah, definitely MRs seem to have an advantage when it comes to the wet. And it looks like we got everybody on their hot lap now, so we'll stick with Speedburner to start with. Cycle through the guys as they go.
It looks like he's breaking on the racing line, so okay.
Man, we've had 3 other people join. I think we've had 30 people qualify so far, and I think we're expecting anywhere from 25 to 30 some odd people tonight. So this is likely to be a very busy qualifying night.
Yeah, because even though I'm still newish, I did notice last week most of the people that did qualify waited till Wednesday.
That does tend to be the pattern. So, Slow-Mo, did you have a chance to catch either of the previous 2 qualifying sessions in this round?
I saw some of last night's stream. I didn't get to watch all the way through, but I definitely got a chance to catch some of it, yeah.
That's interesting, the times, as we wait for these guys to finish up. Like currently, no surprise, we got, PHG Jorge Sr. at the top of the speed chart, but literally right on his heels is Wade CBR. They both have the only 2 drivers in the 234s, with a 234.625 and a 234.658. That is 3/100ths of a second separating first from second place, so really quick. And then Bobagito isn't far behind either with a 235.054. So, and what is it? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers in the 235s, and then we got a whole bunch of them in the 236s. So, hoping to see a few more down in that 235, 234 range.
His first one's 36.750 so far.
Yep, looks like Turbo surpassed him barely with a 236.714. And then TK is coming in with a 238.212. And Metal with a 240.822, but it looks like that may have been disallowed due to the penalty. So
That's unfortunate.
he'll have to wait till later on for his to count. But right now we got PHG Turbo at the top, only by 3/100. So it looks like the Porsches are, at least the top two Porsches are pretty similar. TK's being one of our other main broadcasters here, so rooting for him on the commentary side of things, making his debut as a racer in this particular season 2. He was telling me beforehand he really likes Spa and really likes racing in the rain, so he wasn't going to miss this one.
Speaking of Mr. Casual, I thought this was one you were getting on track for, maybe, or
I did. I did Monday.
Oh, you did Monday. Okay.
Yeah, so I really should more practice into it, but I only had like a 39 because I didn't even know that the wet tire was the better tire because I did the 39 with the inters. I was like, oops. So I was like, oh well. I was like, but yeah, I did do some practice throughout the Monday night qualifying when no one wasn't running, just to give people something to look at. And I got down to like a 36 flat.
Ooh, that's fast. I must have scrolled right by your name. I see it in there. You're right in between It's Just Carl and Fernando right now. So that could be a great spot. Team McLaren, huh?
Yeah, it's like I normally don't really practice at all. I was telling Turbo this when he was watching me this afternoon. But yeah, I was like, for the most part, unless it's a comp we love, then I don't really practice at all. And we see Speedburner with 36.315.
Yeah, kudos to you if you can get away without any practice laps. I am not that fortunate.
But yeah, it's like being on controller helps with the rain. But the funny thing is, I almost never hardly race in the rain. It just kind of just happens. So it's like, it's not even like you can say, well, even though you don't practice, you practice in the rain. I was like, oh, literally the only time I race in the rain is like whenever the official GT races have something with rain. Apart from that, I almost never race in the rain.
Oh, it looks like TK's got into a little something there.
Oh, that's Speedburner.
Oh, that was Speedburner. I'm sorry, I saw the orange.
See if we can catch what might have happened.
Let's see.
Oh, he was purple by 0.399, and just missed the corner. Interesting.
Yeah, it looked
Wonder if he had an equipment
sometime.
malfunction or what happened?
It looked like he might have broke a tad too late, because it's like if you try to brake anywhere near your normal braking, if it was dry, then and on the racing line, then yeah, you're not making the turn after the Campbell straight.
And this is likely to be their final lap, so that mistake may have just cost him his better lap. Speedburner already, though, he had a heck of an improvement on his last run that has him at the top of the chart now. Turbo trying to see if he can catch up, and he is on his fastest lap. Let's see where TK's is at the time check.
So
TK's barely ahead of his.
Okay.
And Metal, all right, we'll wait for Metal to cross the time check here.
Oh, and he made it through there with 1 second to start a new lap.
Ooh, Metal's up by almost half a second on his previous time. see if Turbo ends up ahead.
Turbo. What you got? 30.
Oh, yeah.
It does improve.
Ooh.
236, 466.
Okay. I see. Okay.
Looks like T-Case did not improve.
So he's 30. Okay.
Metal.
And middle.
Well, Metal way ahead of his previous time. In his previous time, he did have that penalty, so no surprise that was able to turn a faster lap at the end there.
Okay. So let's see.
So that concludes our qualifying. Speedburner right now is provisionally 9th on the speed chart, so up in top split territory. PHG Turbo is currently in P13 with his 236.466. T-Case in P21 with the 238.153, and Metal in P25 with the 238.16.
Not bad at all.
No, those are all very good laps.
Yeah, I think since Speedburner was the fastest, it looks like if people want to break into the 35s, it looks like you might need a break on the wet line, because from what I've seen, it looks like he was still breaking on the racing line. So it's looking like you can only get but so far breaking in the normal spots. But if you really want to get those top tier times, looks like you're going to have to do what most of the faster / aliens do and break on the wet line.
All right, looks like we're going to have a bunch more people queued up here already.
Wow.
Let's see, we got Speed Bump, Stiggy, Zilla, and Josh76. Let's see if we can find them on the speed chart here and get them all highlighted.
This is the place to be.
All right, Stiggy. Let's see. Got Speed Bump.
And Zilla.
And we got Zilla. There
Stiggy getting that goofy pit lane penalty out of there. I heard they were discussing on yesterday's broadcast that this is one of the rare tracks where the pit lane is technically dry until you get out on the track.
Well, that is definitely not true.
No.
Case, I thought that's what you had said yesterday. Didn't you just jump in?
That wasn't me, but somebody did say that. And
Okay,
I think it has been proven wrong.
Okay.
T-Case, thanks for stopping in. How did you feel
Yeah.
about that qualifying session?
Disappointed. I had at least 2 more seconds in me, and I was on it for that last lap, and I fumbled in the last right at the start of the last sector. Just lost the back end, and unfortunately couldn't keep the pace down. So, but overall, I mean, I didn't do a ton of practice. I probably did 20 laps total, I would guess. I did a little bit on Monday. I did some in Papa's stream, and then did a few just before we got started tonight. But my best time was a 236, mid 236. So I knew that was capable. But you know what? A 238, what was it? 238.1 something? That's not. I'm not too mad about it, but I know I'm capable of more. But honestly, that probably is going to put me in the split I actually should be in. So when it comes to the actual race pace, but
That's
it was
kind of why I
fun.
wasn't too fussed about my time. I was like, well, at least me not being in top split means I won't have to sweat it.
Exactly. It looks like Metal was in there with us. I know Speedburner and Turbo are both capable of getting into the 35s in practice, so we're gonna blame it on Shaggy, doing the lobby nerf that he does. But no, it was a lot of fun. Like I had the stream going while I was racing. I probably shouldn't have done that because it was a little distracting, but it was good. Exactly right. I'll come up with plenty. But I love Spa. I love the wet, and it is a lot of fun. And it's I heard you talking about the dry line, wet line, and like,
Yep.
it's definitely more grip in the middle of the track. But some of the parts of this track, it's like you just can't do that. So when I was able to, I definitely tried to be more like going into the various chicanes, being a little more in the center than all the way over on the curb like you would normally be, like we're seeing RW do a little bit. But I was still attacking the apexes and the curb on exit. It was more the braking points.
Yeah, because I was talking about like you ascend your braking zone when you brake on the normal racing line. But if you try going offline, it's like, oh, hey, I actually got this thing stopped a lot quicker this time.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get. For me, in the Porsche, I was trying to not go below or just barely go below 130 miles per hour going up Eau Rouge. And I just couldn't quite get it in that run. I think I managed like 128 on my best lap. But I found in the Porsche, you needed to carry at least 130 miles per hour up Eau Rouge to really maximize that straight. And then I feel like it was both exits onto the straights that really killed me, especially in the final sector, trying to get on the power. I was running TC2, and even with that, it was a struggle to get on the power.
I see we got Stiggy coming. Oh, he goes wide. I think it was Blanchimont?
Yeah. And that one, I was just doing a lift in 5th gear and cutting in a little early, and then you kind of understeer towards the curb. And this one, I was struggling. I actually did well going into the final chicane, but in practice, I was really struggling to hit that first apex because I was braking too late, probably not on the proper line to grip.
Yeah, I guess Stiggy had gotten a pin and reset, I guess.
Yeah, because they're still currently in practice mode, so they haven't started yet.
Yeah.
And there's definitely plenty of crashes and spins.
Mm-hmm. But,
I'm anxious to see what the Ford GT will do here. Being a mid-engine car.
Yeah, it's turbo as well, so wondering how it'll be at the lower speed stuff.
Speed Bump finally getting in here. He hopped in and hopped out several times on Monday night. Or not Speed Burner, Speed Bump. That's what I meant to say. And that Honda.
Yeah, I'm expecting us to be pretty busy tonight.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I know, I mean, every time I've checked lobbies, it has shown at least 2 practice lobbies, like every time I've checked.
Yeah, before we went live here, I counted 5 of them were open before Shaggy opened this one. So lots of practice going on.
Looks like they're ready.
So TK, Sal, Mr. Casual, the question I have for you guys is, do you guys think anybody will top the 234 that Jorge and Wade have out there?
I'll just chime in. I'm anxiously awaiting. I've heard that KP Wilcox has signed up, and we are expecting to see him today. And we know he is bad fast, so he might be the best option for someone to break into that 233 range.
Jeez.
There may be others, but that's the one I'm kind of looking forward to see just kind of what he brings to the league here. It'll be his debut if and when he shows up here today.
That's wild. That's wild. Well, it looks like qualifying's underway. I'm gonna bow out, let you gentlemen get to it, and I will observe and enjoy everyone in the chat. But glad I got my lap in. I'm excited to participate this weekend. We'll see what split I end up falling in, and should be a good time. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, thanks for stopping
All
in
right.
TK's with the
Thanks.
insight. Have a good one.
Bye.
Okay.
As he mentioned,
Yeah.
we are qualifying has begun. Everybody is on their outlap right now, and we've got 5 of them in here making their qualifying session. As we mentioned, I believe this will be a busy day. Probably going to be a lot of and Zilla just a little bit of power oversteer. Thank goodness that was on the outlap.
Yeah.
And guys, remind me, is it heavy damage? Do they have to pit to get rid of that?
No,
No.
it is not.
Okay.
I've done races where there's heavy damage, but no.
No, in this league, it's always light damage. The way Shaggy designed it, and he explained it, he didn't want people, getting taken out in the first turn of the first lap and ruining their entire race. So it's only light damage.
Yeah, and light damage tends to last, maybe about 30 seconds or so?
I've never actually timed it.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I've never timed it either, but it can feel longer depending on where you're at on the track.
Yes, it
Because
can.
if you put it into the wall on the start-finish straight, it can feels like it's taking forever, since you need that speed on the straight.
We see the combo of RW and Stiggy going there. They're both on their outlaps currently, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, all coming down the final long, fast section before they start their hot lap. There's just that one corner that, like TK's mentioned, you have to lift just a little bit in the rain. Whereas normally in Group 3, everybody just, keeps it pinned.
Yeah, for the most part. So,
Yeah, some of us amateurs do a little lift here every once in a while there.
All right, so Stiggy's officially on his hot lap. We will go ahead and stay with him.
Boy, that rain is just, whew, heavy duty.
Yep.
and the crazy thing for you, Mo, is this isn't even as heavy as the rain can get.
Oh, trust me, I've seen that. If you've watched the NRL, we have seen what the rain can give. Stiggy, obviously running a little wide, tapping the wall there.
Hey guys.
Hey,
We're
Shaggy.
taking a look at that. Hey,
Yeah, I had to eat some dinner before I could get on here with a right mind. I didn't want to get on here grumpy.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I fixed some pizza earlier, so I had that, and after we're done tonight, I'll probably might have some sherbet afterwards.
Sounds good.
Yeah, tell people if they want to win me over, just mention either chicken Alfredo or sherbet.
Yeah, I'm always down for chicken Alfredo. I actually passed up on that tonight because I think I had it a couple of nights ago, so I was like, I can wait a little bit. So I had lasagna instead.
Looks like Zilla here got a penalty here somewhere.
Yeah.
We've had Zilla and Stiggy have had an incident on their first hot lap, so hopefully they can gather it up for the second one.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that's the thing about this particular qualifying situation is like you want to push, but if you push it too far, you see what can happen. So it's trying to find that fine line between pushing just hard enough, but not to the point where you can't get a lap in.
And Stiggy's was weird. I think he might have, I don't know if he had a mechanical failure or something, because he ended up going off in a section that doesn't really, it's just like a gentle turn. It's not even something you need to lift for. So he kept it straight, and he's still ahead, so we'll see what kind of a time he ends up with here.
He could have sneezed,
Yeah, could have been. 241, 603.
Oh, RW putting up a 237.
237935.
Okay. RW is
Josh logged at 242, 223.
Zilla comes across in P2 with a 238.409.
I was watching RW practice a little bit earlier. I do think he has a 236 in him. So we'll see if he can get it or not.
okay. Sticky, yeah.
It looks like Josh had
Yeah.
a 242, 223.
Okay.
Yeah, Shaggy, I know you were kind of just almost got that 225 mark in, but are you happy with your 236?
I know I can do better. I had
Yeah.
logged a 235.1 probably just 20 minutes before that practice, but that's just the way it goes. I just couldn't get it right. I could do the same lap over and over. I just couldn't, better that much more than it was. And I don't really care for the car after the fuel runs down. I felt like I was losing grip. It gets a little bit lighter, and I don't know, because I did that lap on the first lap. It's what, like in practice with a full tank, or a lighter tank, but only after one lap. And then it feels like it loses handling after.
When RW's
that
up
as well.
by 0.888. Well, really close.
He's
It's
gonna
going to
get a
be
little
really
split.
close to that 236 range if he can keep this.
Don't think a little slip elbow of Stiggy.
That's
It's gonna help. Yeah, it just I don't know. It's gonna hurt now because Stiggy didn't take that to best. So hopefully it doesn't interfere. It looks like it is, because it looked like he had to lift a little bit to get it right.
Let's see, Sticky 38, 587.
I do feel like the distraction from
38.587.
Stiggy hurt it a little bit.
And RW, the 237.232, definitely improved there. Zilla's about to come across the line. Zilla does not improve.
Let's see, up there.
Let's adjust that to 37.232. Zilla did not change. Stiggy with the 238.
And Speed Bump is back in the pits, so I'm not sure if something happened there, or I don't know exactly. He's sitting still at this
Oh,
point.
587. Oops. There.
Oh, he just sent an in-game message saying that's the time he's going to take.
There he is. There it is. So let's see if Stiggy, Zilla, RW, and Josh can improve on what they've got going. And it looks like this will be the last lap for him. Stiggy runs wide. Oh, back to the pits, I think he went.
Okay.
No? Oh, okay. Oh, I guess we changed camera. Oh, that threw me off.
Yeah.
Now he's in the pits. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just went a little wide there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then probably ruined his lap, so he just decided to go back to the pits.
Yeah, it's probably a good move to stay out of the way and not cause anybody's hot lap a challenge.
Okay, so far, RW is quickest at the moment in this bunch. that 37232.
See if he gets an improvement here.
A little bit of a slide there.
Yeah, really
Yeah, a
trying to
little
push
slippy,
it coming
slippy.
out.
Giddy up.
And
Didn't quite get
Doesn't
it.
improve.
not quite.
Like the 36 was there. It's just,
Yeah.
just couldn't get it.
Yeah, it's just
It's
hooking
like,
it up.
yeah.
Oh, Stiggy was saying in the chat he had to take a phone call. That's why he crashed on the straightaway.
Oh no!
Oh, and Zilla
Zilla
claims the
with
top
the
spot with a
236,
236.880.
That is awesome.
And
See, I was watching.
Josh also
I was watching
logged a better
qualifying.
time. The 240.876.
I was watching practice between Zilla and RW, and I don't think I saw Zilla hit that. So I think that might be a personal best so far. Which I think 36 is solid to begin with,
Oh yeah.
and I think you'd be happy with that.
It is.
All right, so we'll look at
Save
the
to
results
the
to make
best
sure we
for
got all the
last.
right times once this is done.
Yeah.
But Zilla topping
Yeah.
the chart in this session with a 236.880. RW with that
Yeah, yeah.
237.232.
He was in the Lexus. That Lexus is no slouch. It just chews up tires.
The
It's gonna be quick in the drive.
238.7.
I guarantee
Yeah.
it.
All right, looks like we got all the times right on our speed chart. So Zilla with that time puts him P17 on our speed chart. So that's going to be good enough for provisionally for split 2. Same thing with RW. The 237, 232 puts them provisionally in P20.
Okay.
And then Stiggy
Yeah.
in P28, Speed Bump P36, and PHG Josh 76 in P39.
By the way, the reason why I picked McLaren wasn't actually for the wet weather. It was because it has a pretty solid Group 4 car. Because I was going to do Lexus, but I was like, I did a test run of the previous round with the Lexus. And I was like, oh man, I barely made it to the end without pitting. So that's what made me go with McLaren over Lexus.
I ran Team Lexus last Manufacturers Cup I did, and like you said, they'll get, man. They're very very powerful vehicles, so I like it.
Oh yeah, because I've driven it enough to know that Lexus is pretty good, but it does struggle around slow speed corners. And if you're not feathering the throttle, you'll like be facing the wrong direction.
And it looks like we're going to see a little bit from Team Genesis with Pyro,
Okay.
Team Audi with Alto, Nasty with Team Ford, and is that what is it? Oh, that's another McLaren, Captain Howdy.
Oh, and I believe Alto, this must be his first time out. Because I see that
his
we
second
only had
race.
one Audi in here up until now. So Audi now will have a second representative.
He had raced in Ford Split for round 4. As like a late entry.
Oh, he did.
never qualified.
Okay. Huh? I
Yep.
don't see
Yeah,
him on the speed. Oh, because he never qualified. Okay, got it.
Yes, yeah.
That's why he's not on my
Yeah.
qualifying sheet.
Yeah, he ran away with that one.
All right, so we went from 4 drivers in the first session to 5 drivers in the second, and we got 4 queued up for the third session. So, as predicted, heavy night tonight.
Yeah, we ain't going to be bored this evening.
Nope.
Oh my.
Look at that livery.
It looks like one of those
test car type thing.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like one of them kind of things. Oh, seen Papa just joined.
The
I saw that as
proprietor.
well. That's right.
The proprietor has arrived.
Operator.
And then he was left.
Operator.
We scared him. Problem is, Papa, there's probably going to be this many people all night.
Yeah.
Probably so.
I'm
This is
kind of
a light
anxious to see
session.
what Pyro can do. I mean, Pyro, I know, is a very fast driver. He's one of the PHG elite members. And he's quick
And
in
he's on
that
the
Genesis.
intermediates. We've only seen a handful of people run the intermediates, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intermediates really haven't been the fastest tire for qualifying, so.
Yeah.
But Pyro is kind of on another level,
Yeah.
so who knows?
Let's see.
All right, it looks like we are underway.
Showtime.
Qualifying session number 3 has begun.
This should be an interesting one.
Yeah, we seen last week that Alto has out him, so be curious to see if he can get into the 34s here. So
He's one of my favorite cars. I love that Evo.
yeah, just a shame we don't have more Evos in this game, but hey, what can you do?
The 2024, 2025 ones you'll see in DTM and a few other series. They're pretty. They're really nice to look at.
Yeah. Alright. We'll have Venom livery. Very nice.
I hate spiders. Just
Yeah.
sorry.
You have some arachnophobia?
Heavy arachnophobia, yes. Don't like them. I don't like to kill them. I don't even like to see them.
Say real quick, let's just mention all the YouTube stuff for any of you guys out there watching. Please remember to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We do a lot of this league race kind of stuff. I do also run races on my own when I'm able to. Lately, it's been quite a bit of this league broadcasting. So if you're into this kind of thing, please consider hitting that button and come on back. For those new to the league, we do have the link to the website that has all the info for the PHG World Series Season 2. It is pinned in the chat. Go ahead and check that out if anybody's considering wanting to race in this season. Registration is open. You just have to register on the website and watch the info there for when to show up and where. Shaggy is always our lobby host. So if need be, send him a friend request. You can always join us. PK says he likes spiders.
Fine.
Does this mean you can't be friends?
Oh, we can still be friends.
He also says bats are pretty awesome.
Bats are okay. They don't scare me too much.
I don't encounter a lot of bats in my day-to-day activities.
We have some bats out here in the Midwest.
Okay.
I mean, we have them, but
Yeah.
I don't run across them and have to deal with them like I do spiders.
Oh yeah.
I've known people that have had bat infestations. And it's a whole thing.
Oh.
These guys are looking pretty solid right now. I hate to curse anybody or give them the announcer's curse.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen anybody slipping or sliding too bad.
Yeah.
I guess our last session started off a little dramatic.
Yeah. For the most part, hasn't been too chaotic in terms of car control.
Yeah, I would imagine once we get into the race and everybody's close together and having to make adjustments on the fly as they're driving, the wet weather becomes a lot more of an issue.
Yeah, I was speaking with Turbo earlier, saying I've gotten better about it, but what tends to be my Achilles heel is overdriving in mixed conditions. So, like, not necessarily from dry to wet, but when we transition from wet to dry, that's where I kind of struggle with.
Yeah, that can be tricky, especially on longer tracks like this, because you always have to ask yourself, is it worth it to get onto the racing tire or not? Because if you do it too soon, or you don't stay on the dry line, it can totally ruin your lap. And if you stay on the wet weather tire, you can lose an awful lot of time if the track dries out quick. So it's sort of almost a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, either way, it can be bad.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I would tend to struggle, is I don't try to drive within myself. I try to push it too much, and that's where I would run into trouble.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, that's really the trick with the wet weather, is you really have to dial it back significantly and stay that way. Let's see where Pyro ends up on his first hot lap. Oh, not good with a 242.791. I'm sure he's going to expect a lot more out of himself for that one. But Nasty with a 239.251.
Oh yeah, since I'm in here, I can look at the times as well.
Captain Howdy with a 239.512. Alto still coming around.
Yeah, but back to the point we were making, you gotta have realistic expectations of what you want your car to do, right? This is a simulation, so while a lot of people want to approach it like it's a video game and you're going to do unrealistic things with the car, that's going to be a challenge for you. You gotta keep that stuff in mind and say, okay, if this was real life, how would I have to approach this?
Yeah, like I've done a lot of the single player endurance races that are in there, so that's how like I actually can be pretty quick at Tsukuba, because where that particular race was bugged, and so I've done that 1 hour race probably like closer to 20 times.
Pyro might have run a little wide there. Yep.
Oh, he got himself a penalty.
Dang. Naughty.
Yeah, if we go back and watch that, we'll see he probably just... Oh, actually, I just missed it.
Oh, Captain Howdy got himself one as well.
Let me see if I can go back further. Yeah, here we go. As he exits here, it just floats out, just barely over the line.
Was that it? That was a pixel penalty.
That was it.
Yeah, it can be a fine margin.
Who is it? We got Nasty.
Yeah.
The next one in line. We'll see if they're going to improve.
Yeah.
Well, Pyro had such a slow lap. Let's actually stay on board. He could possibly still end up with a better lap time.
Possibly.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
He does improve.
242.366. And that's with a penalty. So
Also
we know that he's got quite a bit better in him.
Nasty improved by 3 thousandths.
Oh.
Yeah. Just a smidgen.
I mean, it's consistent if nothing else.
Captain Howdy did not improve.
Copy. Then Pyro.
Pyro's definitely going to be looking for a faster lap here. Let's see where he's at the end of the first time check.
Okay.
he's down by 100. It must be in that second or third sector that he's really losing a lot of time. Alto just improved their time with a 2:39.565. Goes a little wide.
Closing in with 1 minute left, so
yeah, this is gonna be the
chances
final
are
lap.
This will be the last lap.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it seems like the wet isn't necessarily this group's forte, it would seem.
Yeah, it seems that Nasty is continuing to close in. That Ford GT might just be the better car. Oh, I think Pyro went really wide there.
Yeah,
Did not pick up a penalty for it.
I'd say the intermediates were the problem, but in my practice they were only about 2 seconds slower than what you could do or whatever to with the wets. So if you're substantially, off of that pace, then it's more of a, I hate to say skill issue, but skill issue. Just more practice needed, I'm sure.
Nasty is currently purple, up a quarter second on their best time, so looking to improve. It's like Pyro was trying to just get out of the way. He knew he wasn't improving on this lap.
yeah.
Looks like Nasty's going to be the first one to get to the line here.
Oh, but he got a pen.
Oh, picks up a pen. So that will invalidate the lap. Let's see. Captain Howdy will be the next one to come across with a potential time.
He would have had a 39 too. Nasty, but yeah.
Oh,
Howdy.
Captain Howdy does not improve. Stick with
Alto
the
was up by
2:39.512.
Alto was up on his best by a tenth and spun out. I don't know if we can get a replay there or not.
See if we can back up far enough. Looks like we can.
All right.
Oh, just too much.
On that curve, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it just slipped out of.
That particular turn is like usually to go quick and to dry, you need a apex. But if you do that, then your car is likely to oversteer. So it's like a fine line of trying to get as close as you can to that curve, but without actually touching it.
So it looks like in this session, PHG Nasty with the 2:39.248 is our leader, followed by Captain Howdy with the 2:39.512. Look at these results. We got Alto with the 2:39.535. And then Pyro with the 2:42.366.
Okay.
Here, let's update. I'll update Alto's here. 2:39.565. All right, so that puts these guys P35, 34, 36, and 44 of our qualifiers. So, and we have had 45 drivers qualify. We have run through a number of them already today in the first hour.
Yeah, we have 13 so far.
And we've got, it looks like 3 more queued up and ready to go.
Looks like we got another Audi.
Once again, we have the proprietor, PHG Papa.
Okay, where?
Then we have fellow commentators, C-Dubs. I believe C-Dubs is still on controller right now, as he is waiting for a repair part to show up for his pedals, unless that showed up already. But last I heard, it hadn't yet.
Yeah, I thought C-Dubs did a fantastic job in the booth over last weekend.
Papa is rocking his McLaren as normal. Nicely stylized. Iron Fix, the other Audi. C-Dubs in the Genesis. Let's see what C-Dubs can do.
Okay.
Apparently the chat doesn't like that I nerfed the drivers a little bit, especially the faster ones.
A little too much.
Sorry guys, but I gotta add my own bop to the game.
Yeah.
PD can't do it right, so I gotta do it correctly.
Well, I'm probably one of the few people that actually drives a bit better in the wet for some reason. Still don't know why.
Looks like we've got another Genesis. Root has joined the lobby as well.
Yeah, we'll start when I get the all clear from the drivers.
All right, so another session with 4 drivers. Doesn't look like anybody today is going to be getting the track to themselves.
No. I think if you wanted that, you probably needed to do it Monday, because Monday was mostly quiet.
Yep, nobody gets a solo honeymoon suite. They're gonna have to share it with like 4 or 5 other dudes. So sorry guys.
I do like this clean Ghostbusters livery he's got going on.
I do too. Yeah, it looks really cool. They have another movie coming out, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I want to say next year. I don't think it's this year. I wouldn't mind if it was, but I think it's next year.
Those last 2 they had come out with, I thoroughly enjoyed.
I did too. I was pleasantly surprised.
So the last one,
I was really worried.
The last one I liked, but it was like the whatever the bad ghost with. I was like, forget what was my misgiving about him. I think it was like you don't hardly. What was it? You don't hardly see him too much. Oh, I forget what it was. I had some misgiving about the antagonist, but yeah, as a whole, I did enjoy it.
Papa has officially requested a track change.
Yeah.
Denied. Denied. See, nobody blackmailed him or anything to be here. He's here under his own will, you know. There's no words like, you know, blink if you're you need help. None of that. He's here because he wants to be here.
Yeah, we cycled through his 3 most hated tracks right off the bat, so he really is lost. He's used all of his complaint tokens for the year.
I gave him last round, right? And then I just take the rest of them away. It's like, oh nope, back to the ones you don't like. Just add rain.
Yeah, there you go. C-Dubs picked himself up one of those infamous pit lane penalties coming out of there.
Yeah. This is a tricky pit lane because it's so long, and you do have to kind of meander through it. That it is very easy to pick up a penalty if your left side tires just cross the line at all. That's 3 seconds. Not such a big deal here in qualifying, but during the race, that is definitely going to be something to look out for.
Because, yeah, that's going to be tricky, say, like, if the track is drying up in the race, then it's like, you... Careful.
Yeah, because
all of the TC.
Yeah, that's the other thing. And because it's so long, it's like, yeah, you get out and you got quite a ways to go where you either have to... Well, even if you have TC on pretty heavy, you still got to be careful with the throttle. But you will spin your car out if you have it pinned to the floor, even if you have TC all the way up to 5.
Yeah, because while the track might get to a point where it's dry enough, you gotta remember the pit pit exit don't really see any kind of action, so it's going to be as wet as it's going to get.
Roots made sure to give himself plenty of room, falling back far enough. It looks as if everybody pretty much gets the same number of laps. Like there isn't that need to be near the front to maybe get one more lap than the other guys.
Oh, and C-Dubs actually lost control, ended up in the wall.
Uh-oh.
On his outlap, he's about to serve his penalty now. Oh, we're going to get another look at it.
Oh, is that?
Yep.
It was that same place. You come out of that fast right-hander.
Yeah.
And it looks like the back end just has been getting away from people there.
Yeah, it looked like all he did was touch the curve a little bit.
Yep. It's like, yeah, that is such an awkward turn because you need to go wide, but you don't want to go too wide, and then you try to go the other way, and you go hit the apex too much, and then it's like, oh, I hate
And I
this
just
turn.
noticed that Papa had some damage that just cleared out, so we missed him hitting something too. So that'll affect his overall time for his first hot lap.
Yeah, this first one will probably just be a pinker.
Well, and isn't that the theory? You know, you want to put a good lap out there real quick.
Oh, he just got a pin.
Solid time. Oh, or not.
Yeah.
Yep. That
Well,
getting through Eau Rouge, it looks like that caught him.
yeah, when I... Oh. Oh. Okay. I was going to say... Yeah. I'll be having an interesting session. But got Iron Fix in the Audi. Oh, getting a little squirrely.
I know that Audi can be a bit tricky.
Yeah,
And I don't see his traction control lighting up. I don't think he's using any of those assists right now. So that's tricky in the rain. To be honest with you, for me, whatever car you're in.
Yeah, and Audi's a dark spot for me because I don't really ever use the Audi, so I don't really know anything about its characteristics.
Yeah, the R8 can be a bit of a handful to drive already. It does have the advantage in the rain, being a mid-engine car. I personally would run with traction control. Then again, if it's ever raining, especially in the heavy rain, I use traction control no matter what the car is. But that's just me. There's plenty of people that don't. Man, and he was having to gather it up again coming out of that corner.
Yeah.
It looks
it's a
like he's got
lively car.
his hands full this whole lap.
And bit of a fun fact, but no one never told me, hey, you need to drive without TC or without this assist. It was just eventually on GT Sport, I decided, you know what, let's eventually try and learn how to drive without TC. And so over time, I just got used to it.
Yeah, I did the same thing, but only in the dry weather. I still use TC in the wet. But I had started the game running with TC 1 or 2, even in the dry.
He had a pin, but yeah, Papa...
242, 386
yeah.
for Papa.
And Iron...
41, 126. Let's see what Root puts
Okay.
in. Whoops, where did Root go?
Let's see.
A 237, 629. So Root with a
So,
fast lap there.
That's solid.
Papa...
And C-Dubs with a 238.062. So it looks like this whole split here appears to be a bit faster.
Yeah, well, anytime you have a McLaren in the lobby, you should theoretically have a pretty good time. Okay.
And I got to tell you, you guys didn't tell me there were cookies in the booth. I mean, I thought the charcuterie was nice, but these cookies are wonderful. You got peanut butter, chocolate chip. What do you guys want?
I'm going to go for the peanut butter. Thank you.
I always They don't have it, but I always like white macadamia nuts. But I can't go wrong with chocolate chip.
Oh, I think Papa had macadamias ordered just for you. Hold on.
I know Papa had requested green Mountain Dew cookies, but I wasn't able to get a hookup.
Oh goodness. All right. Let's see. But yeah, I always, if I eat any cookies, I always prefer soft cookies.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see where Papa's at the second checkpoint. We know he's going to get a little bit better time without the pen.
Yeah.
And oh geez, he's up by 2 seconds even before the pen.
Very good.
Root looks like he actually moved ahead of Iron Fix, but he is down 3.5 tenths. Oh, and C-Dubs has a half-second penalty.
Okay.
And is down, so he's gonna have to wait till his next lap to improve. But Papa should be putting down quite a bit faster time.
Oh yeah.
See as he comes to the line.
And 36, 37.
2:38. Oh, 4.2 seconds faster than his previous attempt. So that's quite the improvement. Let's see what Root does. Root does not improve.
Okay.
Iron Fix does not improve.
C-Dubs.
C-Dubs also does not improve, although he had a pen. So
Yeah, he had a penalty.
Okay. All right.
So this will be the final hot lap for all the drivers.
Yeah,
we'll check in with Papa as he gets close to the end of the first time check here.
I think if he can just put in a decent lap, and he should easily be in the 37.
He is 8 tenths up. So way into the 37s if he keeps this up.
Yeah.
Root is down. Iron Fix is up about a half second on his best.
Because that's the thing about the McLaren. You can literally roll out of bed and just waltz right into a pretty good time.
We got 3 of the drivers have an improved time after Sector 1.
Mm-hmm.
Papa's being way ahead. That was an impressive improvement. Here, let's resort the sheet here. We still have Papa listed with a 242.
Oh, we do? Wow.
And he's coming up to the second time check here.
Yeah,
and is up by a quarter second.
Yeah. He's still in the 37s.
The PHG Roots is down by quite a bit.
And C-Dubs.
Iron Fix is up by about a quarter. And C-Dubs is up by 3 tenths. So looks like 3 of the 4 still have an improvement after the second time check.
All right.
Papa coming into the final chicane here.
See what he can give McLaren.
Go, Papa. Go, Papa.
Ooh, lost all that time at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Root lost it as well.
Run out right there in the last.
Yeah.
Chicane.
I know he's kicking himself.
But I don't think Root was up on the last check.
Iron Fix was up 6 tenths, and C-Dubs lost it in the final sector.
2, 3, 6.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Papa's going to be kicking himself. He had close to a second of an improvement on there. Could have been in the low 37s. Something happened to that last sector that lost him the lap.
Yeah, I think both him and probably Root as well. I don't know. I don't know if Root was going to improve, but yeah, they can yeah, because he was getting close to a possible 36, but yeah, it can be easier said than done.
And that is why I am in the booth, my friend. Speaking of, gentlemen, I'm going to step away for just 1 second. I will be right back.
Okay.
All right, looks like Iron Fix. Yeah, let's get their time updated there. 240.526.
Okay. C-Dub said he did get the parts, by the way, Sal.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so let's take a look here and see. We've got Root is provisionally P24 on our speed chart. C-Dubs in P25. Papa P26. So all three of those guys so close. And then Iron Fix in P45. We've had 50 drivers qualify. We are expecting to get close to 60. And we've still got 2 hours to go. So
yeah. Okay.
Looks like we do not have anybody queued up right now. So if anybody wants to get in for a solo or duo qualifier, now might be the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Cool. Yeah, it looks like we're in a bit of a low at the moment. We do have Cold Trickle in the lobby.
Yeah, he seems to just kind of hang out and watch.
Okay.
I believe, because he is a PHG SPC. I believe he is already qualified.
Okay. We got SC in here.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
So he could get solo if he wants it.
Yeah, so pretty fast and furious here for the first hour and 10 minutes of qualifying. SC now queued up. Could put in a solo qualifying effort. We haven't seen some real blazing times here so far today.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen anyone. Have we seen anyone in the 36s yet?
Yeah, what? PHG Turbo, I think, has been our fastest.
Yeah.
Or no, PHG Speedburner, who did qualify in P9. So the Porsches did pretty well. They qualified. They are still P9 and P13. And Slowpoke Rods, another Porsche that had qualified previously, is P15. So there are. Oh, and Flux Flare had qualified up in P4. So there are 4 Porsches provisionally sitting in top split.
Well, I know Porsche was always good about having a grip, even in the drive. It's like it was never a slouch when it came to grip. So that makes sense that they're up there as high as they are.
Indeed.
Okay, guys, like, when you get into the lobby and you finish your session, please exit Red X, back out, so others can do their time, especially when, others are, have a set schedule and can only get so much time in or want to do this solo, because now I'm waiting for somebody to get off the track, and I'm going to have to start kicking people. I've already had to do it already, and I don't want to have to do it in case they want to stick around and watch, But if I have to tell you more than once, I'm going to start kicking people. So, to people that I've already said it to, please exit.
That is your daily public service announcement, brought to you by Shaggy Doo, maker of fine Scooby snacks. Looks like we have geezer gears.
I was going to say the easiest way to get them to back out, besides kicking them out yourself, is like, if you don't leave now, you're going to get a grid place penalty.
Yeah. No, I'll just start kicking people. I'm like, I've had to do it more than once, and I get it. I know some of the people that are in VR and they don't see the chat or whatever, but if they're watching or listening to the broadcast, please exit as soon as you can after your qualifying or whatever. That's all I ask. We have a lot of drivers that still need to qualify, and so little time. Because I don't want to be up until like 11 or 12 o'clock waiting on people.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Looks like we're going to have 2 participants in this session.
Yeah, good lobby there. Ecstasy and Geezer Gears getting a good lobby with just 2 vehicles. Another McLaren and a Ferrari.
I did notice on the back of Geezer Gears' car, Geezer Gears is also known as Turtle Shell and has a turtle shell on their back bumper. It's sometimes hard to keep track of the different names people have in different places, so having that on there certainly helps. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I know. Seeing some of these guys change their name, and I'm like, well, hell, I've never heard of that one, but I'd known you as this for so long. So.
Yeah, fun fact, my name, I actually came up with myself.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wild ride there for Ecstasy.
Ah, yes,
No
the
harm, no
old
foul.
qualifying is starting, so I'm going to do a fancy spin.
That's right. Yep, Mr. Casual, I like to think that I created my name, but I just really don't.
But yeah, I basically named it after how I game. Because for the most part, I take it easy, but I do have my streaks of sweat. But for the most part, I'm just like, whatever.
Hey, I did the same thing. I named myself after how I game.
So that's how I basically came up with the name. So, and now I just basically been running that name because I think before I came up with that name, I was just using the acronym for my high school. So I had that for a little while, and then I was like, I kind of, I guess if you will, rebranded into my current name, and it's been that way for however long I've been using it.
That's a good one. It's a good one. As you know, I mentioned we used to call Fred Mr. Casual Apps. So Sal, where does your name come?
I think I was explaining this before. I probably have one of the most boring stories ever. Back when I was I think I was just starting high school, or maybe I was finishing middle school. I was playing some game on a computer. I think it was some RPG game, and it asked, "What's your nickname?" And at the time, I didn't have one. So all I did was go, "God, what sounds cool?" And the first thing that came to mind was Salamander. That sounds neat. Let's go with that. And it just stuck. And for a large portion of my life, I have more people that call me Sal than call me by my real name. So it just is what it is.
It's funny you say that. I actually have the similar. I wouldn't call it an issue. Similar thing with Mo. You know, a lot of people call me Mo. I'll turn around. I pay attention to it, so I feel it. And that's not that boring of a story. I mean, you picked that in high school. That's pretty cool.
I want to say it might have even been middle school. I'm trying to remember what game it was, where it was like, "What's your nickname?" I'm like, "Oh." It was just literally the first thing that popped into my head, and it just stuck. I think also because, I mean, Salamander is like the long version, but it has a really good short, just Sal. I mean, it sounds like a real name. So
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It is a real name.
I would say people do shorten my name to sometimes they'll say like Mr. C.
Oh, sure.
So,
Casual. We'll just call you Casual for short.
yeah, so
Or just
I
Cash.
don't really, I don't really care how they go. I do have one internet friend. He calls me Sir C.
Cersei.
Yeah,
That's
like,
also a real name.
you know, like how you get knighted and you become a sir, and so he'll.
Yep.
That's what he says it like.
Oh,
I immediately
the first
thought
thing
Game
that
of
came
Thrones.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking because I was like, I probably should clarify.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. If you know what she's known for on the show, then it's so bad.
Right.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's known for a few things, but I think I know what you're referencing.
And we've got Ecstasy and Geezer Gears out on their hot laps currently.
Mm-hmm. So, curious, and they're both good cars because I've heard good things about the Ferrari and the wet.
Well, I shouldn't say we. I saw, somebody in the booth here with us run it yesterday that looked pretty good. So I don't think there's any complaints. I mean, did you have any complaints about the Ferrari? I thought you said you didn't like it when it got light.
I don't. I need the grip. It felt like it was more unstable when it's light because you get used to the feeling, because it's like bob and weave in the rain, and you get how much, or you get used to the feeling of like resistance when you make the turn and how much you can drive it, and it feels like you want to overdrive it when it gets lighter because you feel like it should be heavier and it shouldn't be able to turn that much, but then it goes too far and then you scrub the tires and then you start hurting the entrance really, but as well as the exit because it I don't know, it doesn't pick the grip up right for me. I know I'm on the control and it's a little bit different than somebody on the wheel, but it doesn't feel right. Other drivers probably would prefer it to be lighter, but I want the grip, and that's the way it is. And anytime PD does a bop change or whatever, I'm like, when they add more weight to a car, especially like the BRZ or anything that I enjoyed for the longest time until they ruined it. I'm like, joke's on you. I like it a little bit heavier for more grip, and it usually pays off until they just scrub the entire physics, and it doesn't even feel like the car anymore.
SC starts off strong with a 37.3.
At 237, 356 is a good first lap.
It is,
See what
isn't it?
Geezer Gears was. 247 to
240.
8.
You can definitely improve on that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I did find when I did some practice for quality, I did notice once the McLaren's using up its fuel and it got lighter, it started becoming a bit more sketchy.
Like Ecstasy is just about even with their previous hot lap after the first sector.
I wonder how much TC he's running, because I see he's using TC, but I do wonder how
Geezer
much.
Gears up by 3/10.
Oh, looking good then.
Oh, and Geezer Gears actually just ran off into the dirt. Maybe we can get another look at it. Here we go. We'll see him.
Oh, yeah.
It keeps turning and just kind of gets stuck.
That corner there gives me so many fits because it seems like you can power out of there, and there's really kind of a fine line. The car, I don't know if it just gets light at that point.
Well, it's shifting, right? It's shifting the weight from one side to the other on.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like it acts the same in the dry and the wet. Like it's the same physics. It just wants to turn around on you, no matter what the conditions are.
SC having to kind of rein it in there.
Down. So
They should each have one more hot lap, try to improve. Easier Gears was up, so they should definitely have a better time in them. I mean, they're 3.3 seconds off of Ecstasy, who put in a pretty good lap to start with.
yeah,
You know, that 237 puts them, you know, provisionally P22 on our speed chart.
Okay.
That's not a bad time.
not too bad.
Very respectable. They're all respectable in my impression.
Okay.
Yeah, only down by
He's consistent.
about 2/10.
Okay. All right.
I know. While being in the booth, it's certainly fun watching these guys, you know, wrestle with these cars as they're trying to get them up to speed. You know, seeing the back end kick out and reel it in. Which I know when I'm behind the wheel can become so frustrating when it just like kicks out on you. You know, usually in the dry you're like, you know, don't let off on the gas. Need to go as fast as possible, and in the wet you need to. And Ecstasy up by almost half a second. Definitely more pace on this in this first second.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like if you can get a bit wide there. I was going to say if you can get what you can out of the McLaren, you can easily get 35, and maybe those more skilled than I could even possibly do maybe even a 34.
Easier Gears about even with their previous fast lap. Got 2 more sectors to try to improve. Whoa! And in that same spot, it looked like the car just got away from them. We'll go back to that after we see where Ecstasy gets.
Yeah.
On the second time check.
Actually started using counter steer assist to help with that, because it does feel like it wants to go around. It's a little snappy at times, but that just could be, you know, inexperience with it or something. Like it's like you can catch it, but it feels like you should be able to catch it sometimes.
Ecstasy is up by a whole second.
So be careful with those curbs. Shaggy, didn't you say you ran all of the assists when you did it?
I tried it both ways, and I was getting about the same results, but I know I ran my fastest lap with counter steering on, ASM on, like all to the max or whatever, and then TC1. So I tried pretty much every combination with like half of them off, just TC on and everything else off, and then, you know, vice versa.
Oh, he
Yeah, he kept himself from getting a penalty. He's still got a valid lap.
He might still
Power down and go.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. 236.922. That's a very nice lap by Ecstasy there.
Ecstasy. Okay. But yeah, I think he for sure had a low 36 there, but yeah, went a bit deep going into the bus stop. So
Yep.
managed to salvage it at the very least.
It's always the worst when you got that last corner on a hot lap, and then you're trying to improve even more. Like you're already way ahead, and then you lose a bunch of it.
It's so easy to push your brake point just a little bit closer, or whatever you might do, and you know, in this weather, that is an unforgiving mistake.
Yeah, because in these conditions, it's like you can try it if you want to, but if it goes even a centimeter wrong, it's like you're going to find out the hard way.
Yeah, or you give them too much pressure, lock them up, send yourself sliding. That could have gone much worse. You know, he did a very good job to recover from getting a little deep in that.
So Ecstasy with a 236.922 puts them provisionally into split 2, P19. And Geezer Gears with that 240.728 puts them provisionally in P49 out of 52 drivers.
Okay.
So well done, gentlemen.
Jeez.
it might be the luckiest qualifying today, just because they didn't have 4, 5, 6 people total.
Yeah, definitely our lowest participant session so far.
Looks like we've got our colleague Big Joe jumping into the lobby there.
Yeah, looks like might have a solo effort here.
Is he qualifying? Did he say he was?
Yeah,
I didn't see that one way or another. I don't know. I was trying to remember. Did Big Joe qualify this well?
I don't remember. I know he was in and out yesterday, just fooling around, but I don't know if he said he was like serious about qualifying.
I don't think he's got a time on the sheet yet.
He does not.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
He says yes. He wishes to put down a time.
Ah. You love to see
All
it.
right,
So let's go, Big Joe.
Big Joe is in the 4C. Shaggy, while Big Joe's getting ready, can you remind me which teams only have like 1 or 2 people on them?
Yeah. Let me just check it out real quick.
And while Shaggy's looking at that, for any of you guys who are thinking about jumping in, you can join any race. You don't have to race them all. Join the track you like the most. I think Monza's coming up. That'll be a good one. I like Laguna Seca, but that's All-Star Week, so hopefully we can get in on some of the festivities there. But there's a lot of good stuff coming up here still in the PHG World Series.
So I know for a fact Renault only has 1 driver, Old Man Pip, and he's trying to solo that. And he's doing a good job of it so far. He's had 2 good outings and scored points in 2 different rounds. Honda, well, with the inclusion of this round, I believe they're at 3 drivers now, or will be at 3, depending on if KP makes his debut. And Citroen has 1 driver. Jazam is driving that. And Alfa Romeo has a few drivers, but only 1 point. Audi has, I believe, 1 driver. Ford has a few drivers, but no points. Dodge now has 2 drivers, but no points yet. AMG, no points, but a couple of drivers have made the track with it. Hyundai has only been in 1 round. I believe that was Nervy. And Volkswagen never made a start in a race, but somebody qualified it in round 1. And then you go to the usual suspects that are pretty much locked in: Genesis, BMW, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Mazda, McLaren, Nissan, Chevrolet, Porsche, Toyota, and Lexus are pretty well represented. Though Lexus, I think, only has 2 main drivers, so another Lexus driver would be welcomed.
It looks like in this session we've got Strychnine in a Nissan, RSR Pablo Chacon in the Lamborghini. Pablo Chacon, also known as PD Snow, does help out production quite a bit. He does a number of the graphics where when you see the driver standings, the manufacturer standings, the different bonus point graphics, those are all PD's work. So thank you. Shout out to PD for helping out with some of the behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it all looks so good. Fantastic work there.
We've really been able to find, different
Joe
talents for
going for a
different
little
things.
bit of a showboat ride.
That was quite the power. But no, like I was saying, we've really been able to expand the production team quite a bit in this season and found different people with different talents that have really helped kind of step up the game, make everything behind the scenes a little more efficient, which is nice.
Yeah. By the way, Sal, I do have a spare keyboard now, so I can actually do that part.
Okay.
I was messing with it the other night, and I was like, okay. Because before I joined you lot, I never knew that you could use the keyboard for specific functions when watching someone. I was like, oh. So that was all new to me.
Yeah, that was something. I mean, we went through, I think, 2 or 3 seasons of NRL before I realized how it was that McNaughty was doing the replays. I knew it was an option because I'd see it in the broadcast there, but didn't realize or didn't even look into how to get it done.
Yeah, because I just Googled like what the actual controls were. I was like, oh, because one of the links just took me to the GT website. I was like, huh, there's even okay, I learned something new.
Yeah, you guys certainly make it look easy. The highlights look so good. Everything's always right on time. So it is a fine art.
Yeah, I was like, so for like broadcasting, it's like really the only thing that I would need, I guess now, would be access to the graphics, and then I could theoretically broadcast now.
Well, these guys are still running their outlap right now, but coming around to put their best time they can in. Again, we'll remind people, remember to hit that like button if you're here watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel so you can come on back and check out some more stuff in the future. I will be broadcasting at least one of the race days this weekend. The 2 different race days are Friday night and Saturday afternoon. All the details for what races we're doing and when can be found on the Papa's House of Game website. There is a link pinned in the chat so that anybody can go check that out. Ooh, Strychnine got really loose trying to come to the start-finish line to start their hot lap. Surely that'll cost them a few tenths. Oh, Turbo asking in the chat if there's a way to play replays after the race. There is not. So the way the replays work is there has to be an active qualifying or race going on. So if you get into a lobby and people are just practicing, the replays don't work there either.
No. Yeah, I did learn that. I was like, okay, so.
I mean, the nice thing is that if you're watching a replay, you can essentially, like if you've saved a replay and are watching it, you make up your own replays. You just don't get the whole flag going across them.
Yeah.
But with some video editing software, you can add your own transitions in, so I do that sort of thing.
And unfortunately, it looks like Big Joe got himself in a touch of trouble there, lost control, got himself an appointment with the Barrier.
Yeah, got a little bit of damage there. Oh, and it looks like we missed it on the replay, but it appears it was coming out of Eau Rouge.
Yeah. Tricky. Yeah, there are some transitions that's in the editing software that I use that I quite like. And I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And so sometimes I'll use them.
Yeah, I've kind of been progressing. I started off doing all my video editing using the Share Factory Studio right on the PS5.
Yeah, same here.
And then I eventually transitioned to some software called HitFilm, which was a professional editing software that had a free version. They since are no longer doing development on it, so I had to drop that one, and I picked up on DaVinci Resolve, which is still in active development and is also used professionally. I'm just using the free version, but they do have a paid version to get access to all the same pro features that Hollywood uses. So, maybe someday.
Yeah, and I'll make it quick, but the one I use is Wondershare Filmora. So,
I haven't heard of that one.
I've heard of DaVinci, and let's see what Strychnine can put up on the board. He's got a
238,980. That's not a bad time.
Okay, Strick.
238,980. And we'll go on with Pablo Chacon here, who's coming in to set their hot lap.
in the Lambo. And he's got
239,183.
Let's see. Two.
Now, it looks like that lap's red. Is that because he had a penalty?
I
or
think
is
it's
that
just
the
a lobby
being
glitch.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you go back and forth, and it fixes it itself. So yeah, because
Yeah, because now it shows up right.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
I was
Big
gonna
Joe
say, I
logged.
wasn't riding along with them.
Big Joe logged a 302,687. I'm sure he will improve on that. But we'll check in with Pablo Chacon as they reach the first time check here. Ooh, and is purple by 0.8. So definitely on a heater this time around.
Curious. Yeah, it looks like Lambo's going to have a much more easier week as opposed to the other week when they were at the desert. So that's good.
Big Joe up by 5.9 seconds. He had that spin on the other lap. Checking with Strychnine here is reaching the second checkpoint.
Yeah, he had a big moment, but he managed to gather it. Yep.
Strychnine is down 0.3. See if they can make it up in the last sector. Right along with Pablo Chacon as they get to the end of the second checkpoint. Pablo Chacon was up by 0.8. Let's see if they've been able to retain that lead.
Let's see. Coming up to the
And actually, that was
split.
0.8 purple, so that means they were a whole second up on their previous time.
Oop,
And has
what is
improved
that?
more.
Absolutely.
Yeah, looks like he's definitely got something to prove. Being
Looks
up
like
nearly a
Strychnine
whole
did
sec-
pick it up and improved by 1.5.
So,
A 238.831.
okay, that's Strychnine.
Pablo Chacon coming into the final chicane, trying to hold on to that lead they got going. That looks pretty clean. Should be a much better time. Oh,
nearly a
1.6. Oh, 237. 237.193.
Not bad at all.
Big improvement.
He's got to be pleased with that.
And everybody's still got one more hot lap to go. Big Joe coming to the end of his second. We should see a big improvement here if he's been able to have a clean lap at all. It looks like he has.
Yeah. If I had to say, I would say Pablo will probably be pushing for a 36. Oh, he does improve. Yeah. He's under 3 minutes that time.
56.577. I'm sure he's anxious to improve on that even more.
And Pablo actually has remained purple going through the first section.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
Pablo's definitely looking to improve on that, as is Strychnine and Big Joe.
Question is, can Strychnine try and close the gap, Penny?
See what Big Joe does here at the first time check.
He's
Is up by 10 seconds over their previous best, so that's more like it.
And Strychnine
is 0.6 up.
Okay. So far, so good for everyone on their final.
Yep, everybody
Fire.
making some gains. Edie here coming into the second time check after this right-hander.
See what he's got. Oh,
He's up another 0.6.
Still, yeah.
Very, very good sector time.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Strychnine finishing up their final hot lap,
With
hoping for an improvement, and does by another second to 237 to 785.
Let's see.
That is also a respectable time.
I think Pablo will be our next one to cross the line.
And even if he only breaks even in the final sector, he should be well into 36.
3, 4. Go, Pablo.
Oh yeah,
There's
36.
that 36.4.
469.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah, I've always liked the Lamborghini. It's very comparable to the Ferrari. They're killer in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Claude was driving Lamborghini today.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see just how much of an improvement Big Joe's able to make here. He was up 10 seconds in the first sector. We missed his second sector time, but
Go, Joe, go.
I think he's hoping for a respectable finish.
Nice and controlled. Looking for his exit.
All right. And we got
Get on it.
Yep, 8.7 up, so definitely an improvement there. With a 247.827.
All right.
See Petey in the chat. Way to go, Petey. That was a great time you put down.
Yeah.
Petey is provisionally P14, so
Wow.
almost on the bubble
Yeah.
for split one. Split one is typically 15 drivers. Petey is P14. McNaughty on the bubble in P15. 1/10 behind Pablo Chacon.
Okay.
And Pablo Chacon was only 3/1,000ths of a second slower than PHG Turbo.
Ooh.
So just
Yeah.
the slightest change could have brought him up one more spot. Oh, McNaughty's in the chat listening in. Stressing about whether or not he'll make split one. It really probably comes down to whether or not KP shows up today.
Hey, McNaughty. Or as McNaughty would say, yo, yo, yo.
All right, looks like we've got Rick Shear and Craig have entered the lobby. I'm curious to see if any of the other Corvettes are going to show up.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, Petey, remember to exit out of the lobby now that you are done. That way Shaggy can get the next one underway. Thank you. Rick with the dreaded 3-second penalty.
Yeah. Yes. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a few of those this weekend. Whereas for some people, it's not a matter if, but when.
All right, well, they are on their out lap. I'm going to step away for just a moment. I should be back before they start their hot lap.
Yep, and we are going to see what these two guys can put down here for us. Both repping the PHG crew. Great racers, better people.
I'm looking at the sheet, and currently as is, I think I'm the third split, because it's obviously you need one spot for the camera. So I see I'm 45th at the moment, so I'm cutting it pretty fine. Being
well. That's true, but don't forget we still have quite a bit of time left for qualifying. Oh, as we see Rick Shear getting a little slippery there.
But yeah,
it's hard to say, right? That's the exciting thing about how the splits are created. Is you get a whole, couple days to qualify, and you got to kind of put your best foot forward and see where you land.
Yeah, try your best. And to answer your question, Johnny boy, cutoff. for split 2 so far seems to be where Papa at, and that's a 238.089 because he's 30th.
It'll probably change in just a minute. I'm currently updated from the last session, so we'll move everything around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have just a little over an hour to go in the final qualifier here. It looks like we've had 55 drivers qualify so far. We got 2 running right now. That'll put us at 57. See if we can get a bit over 60 would be nice to see.
Yeah.
I think 60's been our most so far this season. If we could hit between 65 and 70.
So if we were to have enough for, like, say 5 splits, would you add that race on Friday, or would you do it on Saturday?
4th and 5th would be on Saturday. So you do 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Yeah, because especially with this race and any other race that might be long like this one, this is going to be over an hour for the actual race itself, not even counting qualifying for it. On race day. Yeah, it's better. That way you only have 2 splits on Friday night and people aren't up until 11 or 12 o'clock racing. We've done it before at Le Mans. I mean, yeah, especially on the East Coast, it's a little bit of an inconvenience because, you know, they're doing like the last few laps in their sleep.
Yeah.
So we try to be a little more convenient and, you know, put the rest of the races on Saturday. That way there's a little more runoff time, and by the time it's finished, it's only, you know, 4, 5, 6 o'clock or whatever.
It looks like Rick picked up a penalty here. Ooh, yeah, it looks like you may have cut Eau Rouge there.
Because I was going to say, there's another group that I'm a part of. They sometimes do races, but they do tend to do stuff that does involve tuning, and I avoid that. But they did like a classic Formula League championship, which was like the Honda RA and that one old school Mercedes Formula car. And we did that for, I think it was like 10 weeks or something like that. And not to toot my own horn, but I actually ended up winning that championship. Fun fact, I never won a single race. The highest I finished was 3rd place. Because the fun thing that they did, they had like a dynamic BOP. So if you place in the top 3, you got a weight and or power nerf. But if you didn't finish in top 3, then you were left alone.
Okay. That's actually based off a real life series that did that in Japan, like I guess the predecessor to Super GT, or what we know Super GT now. They used to do that to keep the grid close. They would add weight to like the higher finishers, and then it would be like less of an impact to whoever, say, coming last. I don't think it would be, you know, they wouldn't add anything. And by the end of the season, or about halfway, everybody was pretty much even on the power versus weight of what the cars could do, and it made for some like close, exciting racing.
Okay. But yeah, I always found that ironic that I ended up winning and I never even finished higher than 3rd the entire season.
Consistency. That's why I do the points the way I do it on here, and I don't do it like F1 points, which rewards basically the top 5, and then everybody else gets screwed. And then if you don't finish in the top 10, well, you're definitely screwed.
Yeah, Rick went, as you were talking, went a bit deep on the T1. Okay, so he's... Okay.
Looks like he keeps it on the track through Eau Rouge this time.
Okay. Well, that's good. All right.
Like Craig made it through there clean, although I switched over just as Rick Shear was coming to the first time check, so we missed that. Sorry. Craig
is
is up
Okay.
by 7/10.
Oh, very good.
Nice improvement for them.
All right.
Let's see what Rick can do. Not having the penalty this time around is
Yeah, that's
a pretty good indicator. They'll have a better time.
Yeah, because that half second, they'll usually lose you about a second or so. So he should be, if he keeps it clean, he should be, probably guessing maybe, 39? Possibly? We'll see.
Let's see where we at, or where we're at for the second time check here.
Let's see.
He is, up 3.2 seconds.
So,
And that's before serving the pen. So they could be 4.2 seconds up.
so he could possibly have a 36.
He was practicing the other day, and he was easily hitting 36s,
Okay.
if not
Craig
35s.
also-
you know, after a little bit of practice.
Craig, 1.9 up on his best time, 6/10
Okay.
purple.
All right.
So that could put them into the 41s at least. Let's see where Rick Shear finishes up.
Let's see. What you got for us, Rick?
Well, this is looking like a good time. 237, 297.
Oh, yeah, it was bugged momentarily.
237, 297.
Okay, pretty good.
Let's see. Craig here improves by 2.2 seconds to a 240.693.
For these two guys, 3 more drivers qualified. It would force a split 5.
Ooh.
All right, so
Well,
if we sort this, it looks like Rick Shear with his 237, 297 is 24th on our speed chart. So that is definitely in split 2.
I was going to say this is Spa, so it's kind of not surprising that everyone's coming out of the woodworks for.
Oh, and I did not notice, where was Rick at the first time check there?
I missed. I saw Craig was up nearly 8/10.
Yep.
Rick, well, let's see. I don't know about Rick. Yeah, Craig's up almost 8/10.
Yeah.
But I missed.
No,
Rick.
I was on Rick, but I wasn't watching him.
Yeah. All right.
Hoping for Team Corvette to climb a little more. I'm shamelessly biased.
Like, no, never.
I mean, you did start in your debut for the season in round 1. You did start out, collecting some points for Team Chevy, so
Yep.
got to be pretty proud of that.
I do want to run another race. I just don't know which one. This probably should have been one I should have run, but
Probably.
I just didn't plan for it.
Oh,
When he's up almost another half second, so
Okay.
that would put him in the
he's got
236s if he can hold it.
Yeah.
At least. I feel like he didn't get the best run out of the final chicane. I think if he nails it here, he can easily have a low 36.
Craig is up 1.1.
Another 1.1, so we'll
Right.
be in the 239s. See where Rick finishes. This is their final hot lap.
Rick, what you got?
Go, Rick.
You got 36 for us?
Go, go, go! 236, 364. Very respectable time. That will bump McNaughty out of top split. Sorry, McNaughty. Craig, an improvement with 239.632, an improvement by over a second.
239.632. All right.
Yes, he didn't escape the nerf. If he could do a 35, well, nerf. That's a second for everybody.
Yeah, So Rick with the 236.364 puts him provisionally P12 on the speed chart and puts RSR Pablo Chacon now on the bubble for split 1. And that also bumps down C-Dubs to P29, which is the bubble for split 2.
Ah, is it? Okay.
Yep, there should be 15 drivers in the top split, 14 in the second split.
Okay.
Unless Shaggy makes it into second split, then it's vice versa.
Yes, I make every split I'm in more fun. You know, more packed.
So yeah, 236.364, very nice time.
So looking at that, looks like I guess that'll be split 4. Yeah. Okay.
And like you guys said earlier, we could still end up with a 5th split.
Yeah.
Yep, we have 57 drivers now.
Okay.
And Leo's in here, but Leo's already put in a qualifying.
Did he? I don't think he did.
It may have been, I think, when the spreadsheet got adjusted, it may have copied who I was changing's time.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Was when, yeah.
Okay.
Because there have been a few times I'll be putting in a time, and it'll say, and I guess someone else makes a change, and then that copies that field into another field. It's happened a few times, but I've been trying to catch it whenever it's happened.
I will stop trying to enter the times for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get hashtag get good.
All right, so Kay Narajo, also known as Oak, is in on this one, along with Leo, who corrected me, yes, has not put in a time. So.
Okay. All right.
Well, now we can.
Now we can.
Yeah.
It's like it's just
any
those
more
two?
drivers after them will force a 5th split.
Yeah.
Repeat that, Shaggy?
Any more drivers that come to qualify will force a 5th split, because I think we're up to 57 after them.
After these, we'll be at 58.
So then we're already forced.
Okay. Well, that's cool. All right. So for the race, will it be all tires available or just select tires?
All tires will be available, but hards will be required.
Okay.
And so the race will actually go where you'll have 2 sections of dry that you can use the mandatory hards
Okay.
on. So if you missed the first time, like, you can start out with something else and run the hards at the end if you want to.
All right.
So it leaves for a lot of different strategies, as well as, you know, what tires you want to run during the wet times.
Hold on to it, Leo.
Yeah.
It looks like we'll go through this again. Kay Narajo had changed their livery up. It looks, I believe, they are also going to be running in a Sector 7 racing league. Looks like they got Team Oak and Team Moose on the back window there. So always look for them, guys. They are both friends of mine. Watch for them in the Sector 7 racing league that they are in as well. Shout out to them. Ooh, fancy drip.
I've never minded it too much, but I know a lot of people hate the sound of that Mazda. Yeah.
Oh, I think it sounds good personally.
It has been a talking point.
Yeah.
And that Sector 7 league, that's blowing up pretty good, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen quite a bit about it. I'll be honest, it is one I would like to register for. I just don't have the time. I don't have the bandwidth for it. Otherwise, I would. With the PHG World Series and the IRO Series that I participate in, that pretty much eats up all of my allotted free time away from the family.
Yeah, you have to manage it to the you get to fun and then you get to family, which there's sometimes fun, but you know.
Well, I mean, and to that point, like Brigsby has VHRL Season 2 is about to start. I believe signups have closed for that, but that's one that I had participated in Season 1. Shaggy did as well, and that was a fun league. I mean, that would have been another one I would have liked to have done if I'd had the time to do so.
Oh, definitely.
See, Oak got himself a pin, so yeah. Looks like Oak just had
Probably
to
got
be a
that
maker.
going through Eau Rouge, huh?
Yeah.
They are on their hot lap, so that pen's going to hurt him. He'll definitely get 2 more hot laps in, so not the end of the world.
Yeah, better to get it in early than on the last lap. So,
Yep. As a driver, it's always, get it out of your head. It happened, move on. When you are in qualifying, you start getting frustrated. Like, you don't get that first fast lap you want,
yeah.
and then it gets in your head for the rest of qualifying.
Oh boy.
Hopefully, as a driver, he's able to shake that off. Knowing Oak, he will.
Oh yeah. I certainly wouldn't doubt it. Alright. Okay.
See Leo coming down the final stretch, about to enter the final chicane. We'll see what kind of a time he can put down in the Mazda. Definitely breaking off of the racing line. Seems to be taking that advice we were talking about to heart.
Very good. He has
First lap is a 2:39.595. And Oak with a 2:41.532. I know he will definitely be looking to improve upon that.
very good. Okay.
Leo with the big lift going through Eau Rouge.
Oh yeah.
He makes it through clean.
Now seeing
See if
Oak
Oak makes it
had
this
a bit
time.
of a
Ooh.
moment.
Does have to gather it up on the exit.
Yeah, going through there is tricky because you want to turn in. Oh, he's purple. Okay.
Yep, looks like he made it through and did not have the pen, so he is well ahead.
But yeah, going through there, that section is like tricky because if you turn in too early, you're hitting that inside curve, and with that curve, at the best of times, it'll like send you wide. So, all right.
Yeah, and I would say Leo's got a 236, 237 in him. Let's just see if he can get that lap out.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, coming up to our next split. See what Leo has for us. He's down 4.
Down 4/10.
And ooh.
Naranjo is 1 second purple, so that's putting him 3 seconds faster. And here is the part where he would have been serving the penalty, so that's another second. May end up being 4 seconds faster. Could be around a 2:37 by the end of this.
Have to keep an eye. All right.
We'll see how Leo finishes first. He's got 4/10 to try to make up in this last sector.
Yeah.
That Oak is closing in.
Yeah.
Leo does improve.
But so does Naranjo.
Yep,
all right.
2:37, 2:32, so picked up even more time in that final sector.
What was that?
Or wait a minute, that was a glitch. It was a 2:38.008.
Yep.
There it is. That's probably 10 seconds faster than what I would do. If I'm lucky. And big salute to all our veterans. Thank you all for our service. Leo doing a good job memorializing that with some of his liveries.
Sorry about that, Casual. I thought you were done entering.
Oh no, you're fine. If the thing was, if I don't click on a empty field, then no matter what you do, it'll try to copy it. I was like, oh no, I'll use spreadsheet.
All right, so I got their time entered now.
But yeah, I'm starting to notice if I don't click off of that particular field and click on the empty one, it'll do that no matter what. So.
That spreadsheet is no way, shape, or form affiliated with Naughty Racing in any way. Wrong, Naughty.
While we were messing with that, something happened with Oak. He had reset back to the pits and will not be getting another hot lap in.
I didn't catch that. Obviously, we've been riding on board with Leo. I didn't see what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, a 2:38.008 is not a bad time, but I'm pretty sure he's probably got more left in him.
Leo's up a half second going into the final sector.
Trying to break into the 2:38s, could possibly do it. He can nail this final sector.
All right. The oh-so tricky bus stop. Let's see what he can pull out.
2:38.
Ooh.
Does improve. 2:39, 2:46.
Alright, there we go. Oh, he's 2 thousandths ahead of Nasty.
Ooh.
Is that right? Ooh.
All right, so right now PHG Oak is provisionally P29. That is the bubble, the final spot for second split. And then Leo with the 2:39, 2:46 puts him P41.
Okay.
Out of 58 drivers we've had qualify, and we still have 48 minutes to go here. So
yeah,
we could. Oh man, I would love to see another 10 or so drivers for these last couple sessions. We have not seen
we have a
KP Wilcox show up yet, so we're still kind of anxiously awaiting to see if they will arrive.
Now that we have a fifth split, how many people are in that, right?
It'll just end up how many people end up.
Usually we'll just we'll divide. If there's like an odd number, we'll split between what would be fourth and fifth.
Okay.
Preferably at least double digits in both, but
Yeah.
we'll have to see, how many are left to show up.
Mm.
Because I do want full lobbies for the first 3, but 4th and 5th can be split. Just because 3rd split includes manufacturer points, possibly.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, so well done, Oak and Leo.
Mm-hmm. GG's.
Yes, some very solid times there.
Let's see. Yeah, I think
Let's see.
Don't-
Johnny Boy was talking in the chat. Johnny Boy, are you planning on qualifying for this week? Looks like
it
we're
looks like,
missing a number of CBR drivers that we've seen throughout the season.
Yep.
PHG Banana, Arrow, Better Dan, TA Calvert, Skellington, or a bunch of other regulars that we have not seen yet.
Oh yeah, actually, let me do that while I can. See if I've got anything else. Since no one's in here, I'll back out and see if I can find a good livery.
All right, so Johnny Boy
Get
is
something
confirmed he will be qualifying, so that'll put us at least at 59.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Johnny Boy is in a practice lobby currently.
Yep.
Him and Speedburner.
Oh, and Dan Mage is heading on in, he says. Ooh. So with him and Johnny Boy, that'll put us at 60.
Yeah, cool.
Love to get some more beyond that to really help fill up that split 4 and split 5.
Yeah, we need 9 more drivers if we can help it.
Preferably. I like full lobbies if we can.
Yeah, because what is it? 71 drivers would be 5 full splits, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're already going to be headed for a record this round. Like overall, in the entirety of the PHG World Series existence.
That would be great.
So
Oh,
come on.
Number of racers entered?
Qualifying, yes. That have
that?
qualified. Because I think I can't remember if there was one that was 63.
Huh.
I can't remember. But I know there's been like 59, 58, 57 numerous times.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if there's going to be a 5th split, maybe I should put a quali down. That's slow-mo territory if I've ever heard of it.
Right.
Better Dan has arrived. Can't find a Better Dan. And Johnny
There
Boy.
is Johnny Boy, who is officially my new teammate. I have signed up for Team Lexus.
Ah, that's cool. Ooh.
I don't know if anybody's got an ear to the CBR guys that haven't qualified yet, because there are a number of them. I think there's 4 that haven't qualified. That could help push the numbers up too.
Okay.
Although they have historically waited till the last minute, so
yeah,
they're very good at that.
I was going to say they're probably going to the final minute and then all come in together.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
So do we have a slow-mo qualifying, or is he just coming back into the lobby?
I'm just coming back in the lobby right now.
Okay.
All right.
well, you've only got 43 minutes.
That's right.
Only.
I have to run at least 2 or 3 practice laps.
That's fair.
Yeah, when I did my slow time of a 2:39, whatever, that's
slow.
basically how many how many laps I did. I did like maybe 2 or 3 at most, and I didn't even know the wet tire was the better tire.
The only reason I know that's because I saw Shaggy's run yesterday.
So we got Alexis and
Corvette.
yeah, okay.
Go Team Lexus.
I bet while it's dry, the Lexus is going to be one. Maybe not exactly front, but probably closer to the front when it's dry. Okay. Oh my.
Oh, that PHG Corvette looks good, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh yeah.
I designed all the Corvette liveries, and then Dan and some of the other guys have definitely done a couple of personal touches on them, like the blue shell. Added
I was going to say, I
rainbow
wouldn't
leopard
get
on
in
the
front
back.
of Better Dan with that blue shell.
Johnny Boy with a BHR. Oh, speak the devil. Papa Oso I just saw join. That's a CBR driver.
Okay.
They showed up.
May have put the word out, hoping they'll be dragging along some other CBR drivers with them. Johnny Boy, of course, representing BHR, Beehive Racing. Beehive Racing is what puts on the BHRL league that I mentioned just a few minutes ago. Finishing up the last sector of their outlap. Giving these guys, giving it the beans. See what we can pull off.
All right.
Coming through the final chicane.
Okay.
Better Dan is underway. You know, the banana peel on the back is really fitting given the rain conditions. That you're not safe up front with the blue shell, and you're not safe from behind because the track is slippery.
Nope. Definitely not.
Trying to make it through Eau Rouge here. Woohoo! Big power slide. See how Johnny Boy does coming through there.
I was.
Ooh, takes that a bit wide.
Yeah, a little bit.
Keeps it on the track.
I was going to say with the McLaren going through there, I'm usually, if I'm slow, I'm at 128. But I think the fastest I've seen I was up to was maybe 135, 136, if I nailed it.
Now that we're winding down to the last half hour, I'll once again do the YouTube things. Please remember to hit that like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. If you enjoy watching this league stuff, check out the link we have pinned in the chat. You can get all the information on the league. Dates, times, schedule, standings. We will be updating the standings tomorrow with the new tallies.
Yeah.
So watch for that.
Okay.
Better Dan finishing off the second sector here, making it onto the final speedy section. Has Heck of a power slide coming out of that corner. That one that we've seen a number of drivers lose it. Dan here's running without traction control. Again, brave thing to do in the wet weather, especially in the Corvette.
I'll say what helps with the Corvette is that it being a short shifter is like that helps it. Let's see what he can.
Ooh, more power slides. That's going to cost it. It looks cool. That's going to cost him some time. A 238 111 is a respectable first lap time. If he can get some of those tail wiggles under control, that could be a lot faster. Johnny Boy ending up with a 239 405. Not a bad time.
All right, not bad, not bad.
Catch Dan as he goes through Eau Rouge here.
Ooh.
Oh, that looked cleaner than last time.
Yeah.
See what that looks like at the time check.
As Johnny's going through the same section now.
Better Dan up a 10th and a half.
Ah.
So marginal, but an improvement. That would put him into 237.
Okay.
Johnny Boy approaching the first time check.
He's
also up by almost 8 tenths.
Okay.
Significant
So 38.
improvement.
38 so far?
Dan coming up to the fast double left. What is the name of this corner? Does anybody know? I know there's a name to it.
Beyond or something. I don't know. It was something like that. Or somebody calling it that, but I do not remember.
I know there's some name to that. I'm sure somebody in chat knows.
Yeah.
Huan.
Huan. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. They refer to it as Huan 1 and Huan 2, don't they? Because it's a double corner? Maybe not. Ooh, better Dan up 8 tenths purple. Definitely cleaned that twisty section up a bit. Also got a better exit out of that fast right-hander. See where Johnny Boy's at. Johnny Boy up 1.2 seconds. Both these guys with big improvements on their second hot lap. Better Dan coming into the final chicane. Let's see if he can keep that back end under control on exit here. Definitely more controlled.
He's got
a 236 598, a 1.5 second improvement. Well done.
Yes.
Johnny Boy also we were seeing a big improvement on. Let's see if that holds. 1.1 seconds at 238 279.
All right. Okay.
All right. So for context, that puts Better Dan in P17, right behind McNaughty.
Yeah. So
and it looks like he would need to knock off another 1.3 tenths to get up into P15. I did not see what the time check just was. Anybody catch that?
He was down a 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And Johnny's down a 10th as well.
Well, this is the tricky part. When you think you've got a good lap in, you start pushing it and it can actually cost you time. Let's see if these guys can be faster, but not overdo it.
Oh, there I am. Okay. All right.
Better Dan heads out of Huan into this next S section.
Drift.
A little sideways. Oh, getting a little sideways again. Really pushing it.
Yeah. And
He is down a whole second. So it doesn't look like. Oh! Doesn't catch it.
Lost it.
Lost it. All right,
Yeah.
stay off to the side, Dan. Let Johnny through.
Yeah, he's coming. He's up almost 2/10.
There we go. So Johnny Boy looking for an improvement.
Okay.
Coming into the final chicane. Try not to late brake too much.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely
Looks
a
clean.
bit deep there.
It was a little deep, but it wasn't too bad.
And he doesn't.
Yep, improved a quarter second to a 237.993.
All right.
Rick will get the bragging rights for Chevy this round,
Yep.
as well as Johnny Boy. Oh, Zilla will get the bragging rights for Lexus over Johnny Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, so Johnny Boy just qualified in P30, so just missed out on split 2 by 1 position, 2/10. It looks like Better Dan missed out on top split by 1.3 tenths.
Okay.
It's getting really tight towards the end of top split. Literally just 2/10 from what, P7 to P15.
And
Yeah, because
Tuzzum in the chat sounds like he's starting to sweat. He is currently P13. So
lucky number 13.
it would take 3 qualifiers to beat his 236.373 to knock him down into split 2. And we are down to the last half hour.
Mhm.
Yes, Dan, Rick is still in top split. He is P12, followed by Tuzzumbox or Velvet Thunder in P13.
Papa Oso said he was going to be back.
Yeah,
So.
I think he was going to be right back. Maybe he's fetching the other CBR drivers. But we got Mr. Banana in here. Another fast driver. He certainly could make top split. We'll see what he puts down.
Is that a slow-mo entering the lobby, I see?
It is. It is.
Have you turned some laps?
Yes.
So this is going to be an official qualifying session for you.
It will. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And I'm ready, Shaggy.
Yeah, I have to ask. All right.
Now I'm not going to leave the mic on because I got a Logitech that makes that horrible buzzing noise as I'm driving. Nobody wants to hear that.
Sounds good. Good luck. Good luck, Slow-Mo. Do us proud.
Don't get your hopes up, okay?
Just don't go.
Too late.
Don't go too
Hopes are up. I hope you do really good and you finish right behind a Chevy driver. There, I said it. All right, let's check out this banana livery. I like it.
Yeah.
Another one with the banana peel. Oh, on the front too. That could be a problem.
Oh yeah, the dual pair.
Slow-mo in a nicely designed Lexus.
All right.
Very nice. All right, so these guys are on their out laps. We do have, it looks like 27 minutes left on the clock for qualifying. We've currently had 60 drivers qualify. These two are going to put us at 62. We do know that Papa Oso was going to be coming back, so that's 63. And if he's going to drag a few CBR drivers with him, who knows?
Yeah.
The merrier.
But you don't need to be CBR to make it into the final qualifier. Anybody that's qualified before can come and join us. Anybody who hasn't qualified before can also come join us. Just please go to the website that's pinned in the chat. You can register for the league and immediately come on in and qualify. This is a manufacturer style league, and we do it kind of GTWS style in that there are 9 regular season races, but only 5 of them count towards your points. Although, Shaggy, correct me if I'm wrong, the manufacturer's points, all 9 rounds are tallied, correct?
Yes, it's all cumulative, added together, and at the end, the top 14 are what really matter.
Okay.
And we were talking earlier on in the stream that there are a number of manufacturers that could use some additional drivers. Try to qualify them up into those top 14. I do believe we've got 14 manufacturers that have accumulated points now. So there will be a manufacturer that's been run that will be eliminated. In fact, there are multiple. There are some manufacturers that just haven't scored a point yet. I think we've had, 19 manufacturers represented? Is that right?
21. 21 so far.
Oh, 21. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
so there will
In
be...
some form of it, yeah.
Yeah, so there will be 7 manufacturers that will be sent home at the end of the season. And they need your help. Try to get their way in. So, the top manufacturers right now are BMW, Genesis,
Ferrari,
What?
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini,
Mazda.
Nissan, Mazda. They're all
Chevrolet,
pretty well
Porsche.
represented.
There's a few that have a number of drivers that just don't have the points.
They're gaining
It's,
experience.
Of course. I mean, just have to get in there and really just try to get into the top 3 splits, which, if you've seen some of the drivers we have in this league, that's not the easiest thing in the world.
Turbo's mentioning in the chat that yes, Porsche will. It's looking like they're going to be scoring some decent points this round.
Yeah, they're getting more representation. Seems like every week they get a new driver that comes in and
Yeah, let's see.
you know,
So in the top
goes up.
15, there is 1, 2. There are 3 Porsches in top split. So I mean that's a significant amount of points just for finishing. And last week we had a bunch of new entrants in Honda. Honda was struggling to try to make it in, and then what was it? There were 2 more drivers that showed up: Wrench Wench and who was the other one?
I think we only had the one in Honda last round, anyways.
Was it?
But we had Jazam and the Citron.
And we got Banana.
Woo! 235.764 on lap 1.
I'm not surprised. I actually expected him to do that.
So that shakes things up.
Yeah.
And slow-mo with a 241.695. That's a respectable time for someone who's only got some minimal time in.
Oops. Oopsies. There we go. And here we are. Okay.
This is weird. I was actually looking at Slow-Mo's time for the lap, and it had a 236. I was like, what in the world? And then I went to Banana and came back, and it was a 241. I was like, I should have just left it there and told Slimma he was going to be in probably second split.
Yeah,
Because it was a very good 236.
At first he would be like, no way. And then he'd probably been stressing like, oh, man.
I was like, I was thinking math is hard for PD because I was looking and it still had the 5.9 difference to Banana, but still said the 236. I was like, I know math is hard, PD, but that's ridiculous.
Unfortunately, Banana's got a half-second penalty, so yeah,
That's going to hurt his second hot lap, but he'll get a third.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody gets 3, so I think he had gotten that half second in Eau Rouge. Seems to be the popular place for penalties.
Yeah, certainly seems that way.
We'll see where he's at coming into the second time check. I do see the tail end wiggling a lot, so I'm expecting he's probably going to be slightly slower on this one.
And so far, let's see, that put
Yeah,
Tussum box on at 14th. So he's definitely keeping a close eye out.
See slow-mo coming into the second time check. And is almost 1.4 seconds up, so
Ooh.
minimal practice time, lots of improvement. Well done. See if he can hold that through the third sector.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Actually, don't need it. Yeah. There we go.
See,
All
Banana down 1.7 on that one. Granted, that first lap was a heater. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, slow-mo.
No.
Commentator's curse strikes again.
He's going to have dirty tires to boot.
Well, we know he's got a lot faster time in it, so if he can just do this lap clean. He's got to get through that first hairpin with the dirty tires.
Yeah, bit of a power slide there, and Banana is down a 10th and a half.
Well, with 2 more sectors to go, there is time to make that up.
And
Slow-mo makes it through Eau Rouge, it looks like.
Yeah. All right.
See where he comes at the end of the first time check.
He is up.
He's up.
Marginal, but it's still up.
Just needs to keep that back end under control. Oh, save it. Did not go off. There's still plenty of time to make up. I need to stop watching him. Whoa, Banana very sideways. We may have to watch.
I think Banana's already happy with his lap. He's just riding around now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want to watch that power slide again. That was stellar. I want to see where he's at the second time check here.
Yeah. Let's see. He is down.
Oh, he is down 4/10. All right, let's see if we can check out this power slide. Ooh. Caught it nicely, though. Looks like he actually wrangled it in quicker than it looked like in the cinematic view. All right, see if Slow-mo's been able to pick up some time here. Oh, he's down a 10th.
Yeah.
But he can improve.
Oh,
he can improve quite a bit in this final chicane. Whoops.
Yeah.
Banana down 7/10, but still at 235 on lap 1.
That's a
solidly puts him into top split Friday night. Well done, PHG Banana.
All right.
Slow-mo just going to need to keep that rear end under control. It does go really deep. It gathers it up.
Okay.
Yep, keeps it pointed in the right direction. But just lost too much time.
Yeah.
But as we saw in that last lap, minus the final chicane, he was looking at, a low to mid 240, which again, for somebody who basically just decided they wanted to do it and jumped in, that's not bad.
Right? Oh, golly. Shaggy, please don't give me a 236. That's not a good idea.
Oh, we are so excited. You had a really good lap going there.
Yeah, just got a little bit deep there into the chicane. I was, trying to get on and let off the brakes and try and get the car to turn, and I just started sliding. So just a little deep. But man,
I actually think it
that is
gave
such a
you
fun
enough
track.
to be. I think it gave you enough to be in top split. 236.1 or 236.2 is what I saw.
Yeah, so PHG
let's
Banana.
not do that.
PHG Banana with that time is P5 on our speed chart.
Woo.
Yeah.
That moves
Oh, banana.
PHG Turbo onto the bubble in P15 with a 236.466. Uh-oh.
DP has entered.
Uh-oh. Did people just see that?
Yes. There's a cornbread too.
There's
I see that.
We
Is
have
the,
also
in the
we have
business, in
cornbread
the building.
and the much anticipated KP Wilcox has shown up. Really interested to see if the hype is what it's meant to be. Let me add KP to the speed chart now that he has officially arrived. KP racing for Mullet's Goat Instinct Racing.
Okay.
Has anybody heard from Mullet? He used to stream quite a bit, and I haven't seen him much.
I have not, and
I
I'd
kind of
love
miss
to.
that guy.
Yeah, same.
Hmm.
Definitely one of my OG favorites. One of the first people I ever watched stream Gran Turismo was
Oh,
Mullet.
okay.
Yeah, I will say, when I was racing in NRL Season 3, I spent, when we were at the Nürburgring in the wet, I did get quite a bit of time to get to know him and chit-chat with him. He's a really nice guy.
Back out slow-mo. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
I was gonna say no, I didn't kick you. He left
No,
on
no.
his own accord.
So, do we think
I can come back
Wilcox
though, right?
is going? Yeah. So, do we think Wilcox is going to be in the 34s?
Oh, I think they're all gonna beat Banana, so we'll see.
Because I've kind of seen the name a few times, but I don't really try to get my VR up, so I don't. A few times I may actually use my main account. I don't. If all of the big boys in our region are on, then I'm usually like probably split, maybe 3. Because I have been in lobbies like with before. So like whenever I see someone like Cyrus, I'm in top split.
Looks like Cornbread's going to wait one more.
Oh, is he?
Okay.
I think Fredbird's trying to figure out if he's going to be able to jump
Although
in
I think we're only going to have one more session after this one. We'll be pretty much right at 10 o'clock Central, which is our quitting time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can go longer if needed, though.
Okay. All right, so you heard it from Shaggy.
Oh,
We'll
there
stick
it is.
around.
I just, we always put the 10 o'clock as like a, don't, push your luck that I'm not going to be tired or whatever, but it will be at least to 10 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, so Slick asking who's on the bubble. So P15 is the bubble for top split. That is PHG Turbo with a 236.466. P29, which is the final spot for split 2, has PHG Root with a 237.629. So 14 on that would be 43rd place, which is Beavis with a 239.038. So the top 3 splits are the ones that can get manufacturer's points. Looks like Leo was just bumped out of that third split after that last qualifier. You can thank Banana for that.
Okay.
Although,
Get
Slimmer,
Banana's way.
is Spreadbird ready?
Don't know.
I asked him in chat, but the other two are ready. So I just want to make sure that way we can get these going.
Stand by him. I'm asking.
Okay.
so yeah, I should mention that. I mean, Papa Oso's quick, could potentially also be a split oneer. So with that being said, Tuzenbox or Velvet Thunder is also basically on the bubble then for split 1. And for split 2, it's SPC in 28th and PHG Root in 29th. So those are the two on the bubble for split 2.
Shaggy, considering Fred's on the hards, I don't know that he's ready.
I think he needs a better meteorologist to explain what's going on outside.
He says sure, but he's on the hard tire.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I mean, if you want, it's gonna be a little fun.
Fred, if you're listening, change your tires.
You know, I can't say I haven't practiced that before. If I could do it,
Oh, and then he just left.
because I have.
Yeah.
Maybe he has to buy the wet tires.
Oh, that's possible. He's on Team Genesis. He might not have to drive that in the wet condition.
Maybe.
I know he's got some practice. I don't know if he practiced in wet or not, but he's familiar with Spa. He likes to run. Now, how about KP Wilcox in the Honda? So
237 he just put down in this practice here.
it definitely brings Honda back up into the conversation for sure. Hey, Fredford's back.
Yeah, I was wondering if he thought he had to leave the lobby in order to buy tires.
Well, you do have to exit the lobby. You don't have to
Yeah.
completely exit out of it, but you have to unready yourself to be able to buy the tires.
Yep, he had to buy them.
Yep, he just said had to buy wets. So now he's on wets. I suppose we could get going.
I mean, if he's ready, yeah, we do need to go.
Yup, there it is. All right. Fredbird has checked in. Good luck, everybody.
All right.
Away we go.
I almost went Team Honda, but considering I've driven the Lexus, I've driven it in the rain, I felt more comfortable there.
Yeah, you find a car you like and you stick with it, no matter the condition.
Yeah. Well, normally it's Subaru, but like we were talking about a couple weeks back, it's just not as viable in some of the races we're doing. So,
That's how it was when I would use Subaru during GTWS. Like we would go to like Catalunya and a few different other places, and then it would be good. But every time I changed the bop around, it would lose one track, and basically it was down to like 2 or 3 tracks where you could actually take it and be competitive. When in before it was competitive at about 9, 10, 11 different tracks, and then now it's down to just like 3. Big Willow, Catalunya, and then I think one of the Dragon Trails is actually really good. It might still be good. I don't know. Probably lost that one too.
Yeah.
They just can't stop. They think they're doing right, but they're not.
Oh, that's right. I always
currently
like Angry Fredbird's livery.
Yeah, that's sharp, isn't it?
It's got kind of a Duracell look to it. I like it.
I think he kept some of the original color that comes with that one when he did that, and just kind of worked over it.
Ah.
I'm riding along with KP Wilcox. He has 0 traction control on, no assists, so he is he's going at it without any assist in the race.
Yeah, we've seen a couple guys do that, which is surprising. Yeah. I know I would be struggling quite a bit with no assists, but
you guys saw me slipping and sliding. I had everything I could find turned off.
I mean, if you're the type of driver that's comfortable catching your slide, then it's not so bad.
Right. The Logitech, I've got the 923, and I just don't feel like I get quite the feedback quickly enough to catch all those slides. I really feel like an upgrade in equipment would be beneficial in some of those situations, just for a little bit more touch.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that. I also have the 923, and it's the same thing. Doing the different missions in the game, all the drifting missions I have to do on controller. I can't seem to do a drift using the wheel at all.
Same.
But I seem to knock it out just fine with the controller.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if it's the wheel or if it's just my reaction time, but.
Well, and Fredbird's on a Fanatec, so I've gotten to go over across the street and try out the upgraded Fanatec version. I really like it. I think I'd probably go with the Logitech Pro though.
Yeah, I've never tried any direct drive, so I'd be anxious to do it. Ooh, man, Papa also right on the limit. See if he picks up a pen for that at all. He does. That's unfortunate. You hate to see that. Looks like KP is through clean. KP did back off there, heading into the hot lap, in order to have some, room to work with. And that will reel Papa Oso in when we get to the penalty, where you serve the penalty at.
Yeah. All right.
Now we did see KP just turn a couple of practice laps in the lead up, and I mean the fastest he put there was a 2:37. I suspect he'll have improvements on that. We'll see just how much.
Yeah.
But Papa Oso we also know is very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Papa Oso goes around. Ooh, good thing there was ghosting.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we had the proprietor joining us for a second, but I had to jump out.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah.
Is he still here?
Yeah.
Gonna go on board with Papa Oso here. Looks like coming out of that corner just, oh man, looked like just tried to pull the wheel a little bit. Caused the car to go around.
Alright,
let's see where KP ends up on the first hot lap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now Papa left. Now he's back.
Alright, let's see.
Go. We got a 2:35.548.
Oh, goodness. That is.
So that is faster than what Banana just did in the last round. See, Papa Oso with a 2:49, but he had the spin and the pen, so he will definitely be looking to improve upon that. We'll hang with Angry Fredbird as he finishes up his first hot lap. Papa, are you with us now?
All right.
He's here, but he might. Oh, now we heard him briefly.
Yeah.
Might be having some audio issues.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, Angry Fredbird coming to the line with a 2:47.539 for lap 1.
Okay.
Go back on board with KP. He looks to improve. We did not see if he was ahead after the first sector. Anxious to see where he ends up. Actually, we'll go back to Fredbird.
Okay.
He will get to the first time check before the other two.
Yeah. See, he should theoretically be up. And nope, he's
Down
down.
about a tenth and a half.
10.5, yeah.
Okay.
But I think he might have had a couple of slides during the twisty section here, so Sector 2 might be a different story. Okay, let's see. KP is
Can you
up.
hear me now?
Up
Oh, he's
marginally.
fast.
Papa,
Papa?
there you are.
Heard ya.
Good evening, y'all.
Papa, good evening, sir. How are you?
Evening.
There we go. Papa also up 10 seconds.
I'm not in the rain right now, so I'm doing good.
Ah.
Yeah, right? Did you have your galoshes, your umbrella, trench coat, all that good stuff?
I had scuba gear.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for this mess.
Man.
All right, so KP coming to the line.
Yep. Oh,
Little wiggle, no big deal.
yeah.
Whoop,
Still
is
got
down,
stuff,
down 2/10.
okay.
Yeah.
Still in the 35.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
Papa, it's looking like we are going to be setting a PHG World Series record here for number of participants in a week.
That's good to
These
hear.
3 will put us at 65 drivers, and we believe there are at least 2 more that are going to qualify after this.
Okay.
Outstanding. How's Shaggy feeling about all that?
Oh, an angry Fredbird had a
Well,
spin.
Yeah, I don't know if he caught the curb or just. I was actually riding along when it happened.
Oh, he was up 1.7 seconds too.
Yeah, just on that inside. No, it
Yeah,
wasn't there.
that same corner.
Oh.
We've seen that multiple times tonight. Yeah. All right, Papa, back.
Hey. Let's see.
What was that, Sal?
I had interrupted you with the spin from Angry Fredbird. I didn't know if you were in the middle of a thought.
Oh, no, I wasn't. My only thought is I need to talk with Shaggy after this.
Do you have a bone to pick?
What did I do?
You see how shiny the road is here? We need to discuss this.
What? Is it not shiny enough for you?
Oh,
I'm not even
God.
on the track. I didn't do anything.
Whatever.
For half the participants, you do need new marshals though because they can't see. That's for sure. They were seeing all kinds of penalties. It's like, dude, you aren't even looking at the track. You're like staring at a goat or something over there in the stands. What are you doing?
KP is up marginally, 7/1000
Yeah.
on his fastest lap.
All right.
Fredbird was up just about a half second as well. At the
Papa
first
Oso's up 0.4. Everybody's improving on this last lap. KP coming into
better
the
not be-
final chicane.
Yeah.
Fredbird better not be
Oh, he
sandbagging
goes a
so he
little
can
deep.
race me.
All right, and Wilcox.
That was actually a good chicane.
Okay.
Oh, and does improve a 2:35.506.
Holy cow.
Papa also improves by 0.3.
Good pickup.
The
Nice.
2:36.803, very nice.
Oh, is that a 36? Okay, sorry.
Yep.
2:36.803. Angry Fredbird coming into the second checkpoint. See where he's at.
Let's see.
Yeah, in Fred's defense, I know he had company tonight, and he just jumped in to qualify. And I know he didn't warm up for a half a second. He just jumped in, so hopefully he can get himself a good last section here.
He is up 2.8 seconds.
Made it through where he had his issue on the last lap. Little brake tap there. How does he handle the chicane is the question. Braking good and early.
Yeah. Keep it nice and
Nice.
tidy.
Very nice.
Gets it turned in nice. Yeah, that's smooth.
Got good control of that car. Now get it going.
Okay. He does improve to
Ooh,
a...
2.8. So a 244.677.
That's not bad for just jumping in.
Yeah.
No. God, no.
Very good.
I mean, I practiced for 2 nights, 3 nights, and I barely broke the 240, so kudos to that.
Did you?
All right, so KP does not disappoint with the 235.506. That puts him P4 overall and the top Honda.
Oh, goodness.
That does bump Turbo out of top split, and Velvet Thunder, or Tuzzenbox, is now on the bubble for top split. Papa Oso qualified P22, so that's pretty solidly in second split. And that puts Old Man Pip on the bubble for second split, knocking PHG SPC into split 3.
Okay.
I think I'm with C-Dubs. I'm on the bubble for split 7. I gotta be right there somewhere.
Let's see. Papa is P36.
Oh,
So that will be split 4. Because I believe 33rd.
Okay.
Or no, that's not right.
Yeah, I still have to update everything, so you have to let me move it around and all. I'm still trying to get people figured out and into this, and Jack also needs a couple of laps. He just got home and he needs to warm up a little bit.
Or no, I'm sorry. 43 is the end of split 3. So Papa's well within split 3.
Okay, that's good. That's what I needed. I needed a Friday night race because I'm not going to be available on Saturday.
Yeah. K-Dub is the cutoff for split 3 right now. He has a 238.721. Looks like we have PHG Skellington. I believe this will be our final Corvette qualifier. And then also Cornbread in the Mazda.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe this will be the last qualifying session. If there's anybody who is waiting, this is the final hour.
Yeah, and unless somebody messages me, and lets me know, yeah, it will be.
Unless you want to try, Sal.
I have put in 0 practice laps, so I don't know that that would be a good idea.
I bet you'd still do better than I did.
It should be a good lap then. Okay. Challenge accepted.
I think Skell should be do pretty well here. Cornbread too.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know Skellington. He's pretty comfortable in that bet.
He is, and he likes running that thing, and that bet there's, it just wants to kill you.
Yeah, I agree. There you go. C-Dub said it best. Let's go, Marine.
We're all marine animals in this one.
Yeah, good point. Again, thanks, Shags.
Oh, you're welcome. Happy to do it.
I bet you were. You probably had this one circled.
Exactly. Like with the little string chart, the whole wall and everything just points to this. Like, I'm gonna get them here.
Yeah.
I found all the clues. They're gonna love it. Yeah.
Nice kick score.
Now, if we can just get St. Croix into the schedule, I would be happy.
I'll see if I can work that into something that doesn't make everybody want to kill me.
Yeah, it's like whenever I first started joining lobbies, on the odd chance that I actually did win, I would have do eventually the layouts of St. Croix. And let's just say it was not a boring event to watch. Looks like cornbread's ready.
You gotta get the okay from Jack.
Jack. 65, that's impressive. I was pretty sure we were going to hit a record low when everybody saw the rain.
Well, and this is 66 and 67, right?
Yep, these two drivers will put us at 67.
Yeah,
I've accepted.
I think we would have been well over 70 if it was actually dry. But yeah.
It will be for the race.
I say, yeah, we just had to survive the qualifying. The race will be good, I think.
Yeah, the
It's gonna be some
qualifying is
scrap of race.
a big old red herring.
So we did have a request in the chat to run through what the weather conditions are going to be for the race. Shaggy, are you okay with running through that?
The actual, okay. It's going to be dry enough to use softs or mediums or hards if you want to, for a good 9-10 laps or whatever. Then it's going to get dark, while simultaneously raining a lot. A nice RO7 ×2 for 2 of the slots. And then by the time it starts to dry out, the entire night is going to be wet. And then you get to run another 8 or 9 laps on the, depending on, how fast it dries out. The softs or mediums or whatever you want to run for, to, finish the race off.
So dry, then wet, then dry.
Oh.
Yeah, I will say you need to be careful at Spa if it's pitch black night, because it actually is actually pitch black.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, no lights.
You don't see any lights out there, do you?
Yeah, you might see a floodlight maybe every other turn if you're lucky, but more often than not, you're not having any lights other than your own.
Yeah, I want to say, I keep going back to NRL. Back in NRL Season 3, when we ran at the Nürburgring, it was the same way. There are no lights, and it was in the dark, in the rain.
Oh, okay.
And as Dan said in the chat, that is diabolical. That was a tough race.
Because it was one of the weekly single-player races, and it was basically like a hour-long race at Spa in the wet at night. It was like, oh boy. So that's how I learned about that. Another track that gets awfully dark at night is Blue Moon Speedway.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's another one.
I would have thought they'd have lights.
Yeah, no kidding. Being in an enclosed circuit like that.
Budget cuts.
Budget cut.
Hey,
It's like Cornbread picked up a penalty, but they are on their outlet. Qualifying has begun.
See how much these two can shuffle up all the current splits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cornbread's another threat for top split.
oh yeah.
Being that we're now down to the very last qualifying session, we find Cousin Box, Velvet Thunder, and P15 right on the bubble. So Cornbread's looking to beat a 236.373 to make it into top split. Otherwise, split 2, we need to obtain a 237.388. So there's about 1 second from the bottom of split 1 to the bottom of split 2.
All right. Is it?
Of course, with Spa being a longer track, the times are a bit more spread out, but I mean, we've still got all of split 2 within a second, even on a long track. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Split 1 has a little bit more separation. We've got these guys like Jorge that are a 2:34.6 down to a 2:36.3. So that's a 1.7 second difference from the top to the bottom of the split. Ooh, Cornbread went a bit wide there trying to get out of the chicane, but kept it on.
All right. Okay, let's see how he. Pretty good. All right. See how he. Okay.
That heavy braking zone. And all the weight transfer that happens going through those S's there. We've seen a number of drivers spin out. Looks like Cornbread had it under control. Make it through the long hairpin. And another dangerous spot this corner here for some power oversteer. Who did touch the green just slightly, but kept the car straight. Heading through Puan, high-speed left-hander. Oh, looking smooth.
All right.
Using up all the track on exit.
So far, so good.
Yep. Then this next set of S's is a little bit faster than the previous S section. Again, using up all the track.
I do wonder how many people will be using the racing line, like the assists, as he goes through there. But so basically, if you have the racing line on the assist, that basically tells you where it'll actually be slick, because all this rain is. If you want to try and get more grip, you will go off the line. So I wonder if anyone's using that particular assist.
I'm sure there are some that are doing exactly that. All right, Cornbread coming in,
Okay.
finishing off his lap, smooth through the chicane there with a 2:37.652. That is currently a split 3 time, so he is going to be looking for a big improvement on that,
All right.
which he can probably do.
Oh yeah.
Skellington coming in to finish up his first hot lap. Keeps it under control. With a 2:43.955. Checking on Cornbread as they're ending the first sector. And is purple by 0.8. So no surprise there. Big improvement.
Oh. Yeah, I decided some floor track limits. A bit there.
All right, going to check in on Skellington, who's approaching the end of Sector 1. And is up by over half a second.
Very good.
Solid improvements by both these guys on their second hot lap.
Okay. All right.
Cornbread's continuing to use as much of the track as he can. has been able to keep that back end from sliding out. Oh, got a little squirrely there. That's going to cost him a few tenths. Oh, but is up a whole 1.2 seconds, even with that little wiggle.
All right.
So looking to put down a much better time. That 1.2 seconds would be very close to split one. This is really turning out to be a nail biter. Again, is looking to be better than 2:36.373 in order to make it into split one. Skellington up 7/10. Here comes Cornbread to finish off. Second hot lap. 2:36.889. That's a 7/10 improvement. That puts him solidly into split two.
All right. Nice.
Needs to improve another half a second. A little over a half second to make it into split one. Skellington coming to the line.
And he's got
A 1.3 second improvement. 2:42.631. Cornbread hitting the time check. It was down 0.3. Now here's that time where you really got to find where that extra speed is, but not overdo it, especially in the rain.
Yeah, and I was
Start
getting ready to say
sliding
he
the
is
car in the
using
rain,
every
you will
inch
lose
of the track.
lots of time.
He's all over those curves, so I hope that does not cause him an issue. Keep that thing pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm sure now that he's in split two, I mean, now's the time to take some chances.
Skellington up almost a half second.
all right.
Very nice.
Ooh. Yeah.
Clambered the curb a little there.
Well, it doesn't look like the stewards were watching it, so that's good. Go, Jack, go.
They were wiping their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did notice while watching this, I hadn't realized before that when it's raining, the stewards do have rain gear on.
Oh yeah, they do.
Well, Cornbread's just about even. Oh, really sending it through that corner, but keeps the speed up. He is pushing hard. He's got to make up a half second in this final sector to make it up into top split.
Uses just a little lift there.
Let's see.
Takes it. Oh, nice and smooth through there. That's a good line.
Yeah.
Little slippery. Oh, couldn't quite get it pointed forward.
Oh!
And Jack's down 0.6, by the way.
Let's see, we got the replay on that. We missed it from before, but... Oh, having a good line, but yep, just gave it too much coming out.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure he's kicking himself for that. But even with
Loud
that,
pedal was a little too loud.
still solidly in split two. The Velvet Thunder appears to have survived.
Yeah. Let's see. Not by much.
I wasn't scared, he says. Yeah, right. PHG Skellington comes across. Ooh, he lost a half second to his best time. That 2:42.631,
Whew.
where he will end up. Let's see, Cornbread. So that 2:36.889 puts him 25th on the speed chart.
Okay.
Again, easily into split two. That does bump Old Man Pip down to split three. Now, with all this being said, if there are drivers that can't make their split, they may drop down a split which could bring another driver up as long as, notifications are made within the time frame. Drivers have until, 7 p.m. tomorrow, Shaggy?
Yeah, I'll post everything after the fact. But something I do want to point out: we have 12 different manufacturers in Top Split.
Wow!
I don't think it's never been. There's never been that many.
Wow.
At least,
what a good mix.
Including
so
3
we've got
Ferrari,
we got BMW, Ferrari, Genesis, Honda, Porsche, Mazda, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche again, Nissan, Citroen, Chevrolet, and Dodge. That's 11.
Okay.
But still, 11
Yeah.
of the 15 is quite a spread. I mean, there are 3 Ferraris. There are two Porsches. Yep, 2 Porsches, 2 BMWs, and I think all the rest are singles.
Yeah. That's I like that. Good representation from everybody, really.
Yeah,
Right.
it is nice to see. So,
Yep.
unless there is a last-minute entrant, I believe that is going to be it. For qualifying for round 5 of the PHG World Series. What do you guys think? Slow-mo, is there any big standouts from today?
Oh, goodness, man. There were so many good qualifiers today. For me, it was Banana, who obviously was on track with me. Obviously we know he's got the skills. He went out there and put out a very nice lap. How can we discuss that without talking about Wilcox from today? KP coming out, putting up a 2:35.506, putting himself in, top 5 for qualifying, top split overall. For me, it's just incredible to think that we have 5 very good splits for the 5th round. How about it?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Wilcox was I believe our top qualifier of the day today. And we all knew coming in that they were going to be fast, as with Banana, so the 2 of them making it into top split, for sure. I think the nail biter at the end, I mean, Cornbread, we know, has the kind of pace to also make it high into top split. So the fact that he's in the second half of the second split is honestly a bit surprising. But I'm sure, race day, he'll come out and probably do, show what he's really made of. Again, with the race being dry conditions, then to wet conditions, back to dry conditions, it can be a totally different story when we get to race day. Any other standouts you saw, Mr. Casual?
I'll say it was kind of even mix overall today. You've seen the usual suspects that you are accustomed to being quick, and then I guess overall it was like, I was curious if we were going to see a 34 today from Wilcox, but I guess no one can quite get into the 34s quite like Wade and Jorge Sr. do. But I would say everyone did pretty good and have a pretty good turnout for this week, all things considered. I know the rain isn't most people cup of tea, but
That's putting it lightly, Mr. Casual.
I've always
nice monkey wrench into the norm,
Well,
Yeah.
I've always actually enjoyed the rain, even though I never practiced. It's just one of them things. It's like you can not practice for it, and it's like, why am I so good? And that's how I usually find myself doing better more often than not in the wet. So I don't mind it as much as certain people. Wink, wink. But I think everyone did pretty good, all things considered. Plus, we had a good turnout, so That's always a bonus.
Yeah, I will say this does seem to be the most challenging round we've had yet. Certainly. Thanks, Shaggy. And Papa, I mean, you got to be feeling good. We've got, what was it, 67 racers?
67 qualifiers, yeah.
67 qualifiers. I think we were talking earlier. 71 would have been 5 full splits. So only 4 off from there. That means splits 4 and 5 are still going to have 12 drivers each. How you feeling about
each,
that?
Yeah. That's amazing. It is amazing. Like I said, I expected a record low because of the rain. But I mean, Shaggy said, everybody stepped up for the challenge, man. It's impressive.
But
so
yes,
I'll go easy on Shaggy, but we're still going to talk.
Uh-oh. Principal's office it is.
Yeah, Tusm is correct. We're talking about having a long commentary on Saturday. Oh, and Tusm even jumps into the booth here. I think he might have something to say. Maybe not.
Yeah, Saturday. I mean, we've had to do it before, so I think it was round 2 where we had 5 splits.
Yep, we had 60 drivers, so we had to split 4 into 4 and 5.
Right.
Okay.
So it makes for a long Saturday, but so yeah, splits 1 and 3 I'll be on Friday, and then 2, 4, and 5 will be on Saturday.
It should be an exciting one. Certainly.
I'm going to have
a long day on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to have
There's
nightmares about that all-night rain. My golly.
I know.
Yeah, at least in qualifying, it's raining during the day. So, yeah, I guess he could have been even worse and made us qualify at night. But
Yeah.
let's not give him any ideas. I shouldn't have said that.
Well,
I mean, it's the same track at night than it is during the day, so it's not really that
No,
much
it
of a difference.
No,
I feel like Mount Panorama.
Yeah, except you
In the
can't
dark.
see anything.
Well, Mount Panorama's even worse because of all the vertical. But
True.
I was actually thinking, it's a challenging round, this one at Spa, but they get worse.
Yeah.
all right, so chat was asking who streams the races. We will be posting the different stream links onto the website and in the Discord prior to go live. I'm expecting to stream one of them. I'm not sure if I'm doing Friday or Saturday yet. We still need to figure out the schedule. That's what we'll use Thursday for, is as much as there's not qualifying going on, production's doing a lot of work on Thursday to get everything buttoned up, figures out who's going to be in what place, and get all that set so that Friday and Saturday can run smoothly.
Yeah.
So I guess with that said, I think we wrap this up. We will see everybody on Friday. One last time, for anybody who's watching, please hit that like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. I did get 1 sub so far tonight. I'm up to 474. I got 26 left to go personally to hit my goal. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, check out the link that's pinned into the chat in order to get all the information on the league. Make sure to bookmark that page and check back often to see the updates for the different stream links. And then whatever else, we might have going on in the PHG community. The All-Star race is going to be coming up next week. Currently, we have 1 race posted for that. But Shaggy has it in the works that there will be multiple races that day. And once we know what they are, we'll be posting those to the website as well. So, until then, anybody have any final thoughts before we sign off for the day?
Always a pleasure to be in the booth with you guys and out here with the PHG crew. As always, thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely, Slow-Mo. It's always good to have you here.
Yeah, it's been a pretty fun evening seeing all the people who waited till the last second to post a time. But yeah, it's been a lovely evening and looking forward to the racing this weekend.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone that showed up the last 3 days, and showing their support and getting hype for it. And of course telling your friends and getting ready. So we're gonna be, and I've seen it in the past. They'll go to a bar, local hangout or whatever, have it on the big screen for the races and everything, and hope to see more of that because I always like hearing about it. It makes my day. And I appreciate y'all on comms doing this. I don't pay y'all anything, so you're doing it because you want to be here and you enjoy it. So it's definitely appreciated.
The cookies are pretty good too.
Cookies were
Did you get
yum,
cookies
yum.
though? I didn't bring any
One
cookies.
final thought. Dodge in top split. Let's go.
That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Because I'm happy to be in top split. All right.
Yep.
So with that said, we are going to sign off for the evening. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for stopping by. We look forward to seeing you on Friday evening starting at 7 p.m. Central and Saturday afternoon starting at 1 p.m. Central. Until then, have a good night. Stay safe. As Papa likes to say, go get those wins. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody.
Hi guys.
Toodaloo!
The engine's roaring life in the fast lane. PHG, we the name, tearing up the game. Thunder on the track, speed never go lack. Pushing limits, breaking barriers, ain't looking rush, it's a traveler's dream. Might stumble, fall, but we rise again. For the banner of PHG flies our friend. Great racers, yeah, better people. Rising like a phoenix, ain't no sequel. PHG, baby, we roll the steeple. Great racers, better people. Better people. Oh, baby. Better people. The engine's roaring life in the fast lane. PHG, we the name, tearing up the game. Thunder on the track, speed never go lack. Pushing limits, breaking barriers, ain't looking back. Tires screaming as we take that turn. Fuel and fire in our hearts we burn. Opponents in the mirror, they can't keep up. Keep the throttle down, never wanna let up. Great racers, yeah, better people. Rising like a phoenix, ain't no sequel. PHG, baby, we roll the steeple. Great racers, better people. Team strong, bonds like no other. Brother, sisters, ain't no undercover. Victory sweet, but honor even sweeter. Every race together makes the fight deeper. Crowds chant as the lights go green. Adrenaline rush, it's a traveler's dream. Might stumble, fall, but we rise again. For the banner of PHG flies our friend. Great racers, yeah, better people. Rising like a phoenix, ain't no sequel. PHG, baby, we roll the steeple. Great racers, better people. Great racers, yeah, better people. Rising like a phoenix, ain't no sequel. PHG, baby, we rule the steeple. Great racers, better people. Good racers, better people. Good racers, better people. Great racers, better people. Crowds chant as the lights go green. Adrenaline rush, it's a traveler's dream. Might stumble, fall, but we rise again. For the banner of PHG flies our friend. Great racers, yeah, better people. Rising like a phoenix, ain't no sequel. PHG, baby, we roll the steeple. Great racers, adrenaline rush, it's a traveler's dream. Might stumble, fall, but we rise again.